Hello, it is I, B. Dave Walters, your humble dungeon master, and my pronouns are he, him.
I'm Johnny Chiodini, my pronouns are they, them. I'm playing Rust on the Harbour, he, him, a Tabaxi rogue.
Hi, I am Rhiannon Frost. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Sentry, she, and she is a guardian paladin.
Hi, my name is Gabe Hicks. My pronouns are he, they, and I am playing Solaak, the Kalashtar Ranger, whose pronouns are also he, they.
Hi, I'm Ellen Rose. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Merilwen, whose pronouns are she, her, who is a wood elf druid. I like to turn into cats sometimes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Hulmes, also known as Sherlock Hulmes. He, him, she, they, whatever you want, really. I do everything, really, myself. And I'm going to be playing Miria Elithren, who is she, her, who is a Silver Nastri elf, kind of a disguised Shadar-Kai elf, necromancy wizard.
Hello, and welcome to Idle Champions Presents Fury of the Black Rose. This is episode 5, The Death Knight Stand. Now, you might be recognizing by now that the lovely Gabe Hicks is not with us today. He's having some weather issues in his area that hopefully he's going to be able to join us soon. It definitely gets filed under an act of God. But in the meantime, we have our stunt Gabe, which is V, returning here with us.
Stunt Gabe.
Stunt Gabe. That's it. Put that in your bio now. But if the power comes back, Gabe might join us, so we might have an ambush Gabe show up at any time here. So fingers crossed that all comes through. As always, thank you to the Idle Champions players for voting and all of you for tuning in. We acknowledge that the stakes are high in no small part to those votes. The stakes are particularly high this week. Some interesting things are going to happen. Again, only good things for me. But we ask that you all be cool, respect the cast, avoid backseating. This is high-level play. There's a lot of options that you can make. The stakes are high. Sometimes people are nervous. Sometimes they just need a second. Sometimes they might make a mistake. Sometimes they might be doing things for a narrative purpose. Just be cool and enjoy the show and the ride that we're all going to take together. As always, the results of the votes are public, but I ask if you haven't seen them, don't share in chat what the votes are. Don't spoil it for the people that don't know, because as we kind of come upon them organically, I will share with everybody what it is that was voted on and why it is happening. Otherwise, we're just going to sit back and let it happen how it happens. Now, for our stream code is Lord Soth and Miria. Lord Soth and Miria. You know, again, for no reason in particular, Mark. I don't.
Yeah, no, don't like that. That's not a good pairing.
I mean, this just seems like as good a code as any, really. You know, it's just because Sentry would have been too many characters. That's all. That's the only reason there. So again, giving its verbal components. Actually, this is a pretty easy one now. There's Lord Soth and area. There you go. And the reward. 1 gold Miria chest that expires March 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific. We have our Gargantuan giveaways, which says in red next to it, announced at the beginning because they know who and what I am, quite frankly. We will be opening the giveaway during the break, so you can enter during the break. We will announce the winners at the end. Be sure to check your whispers on Twitch because that's how we will contact you if you win. For the US and Canada, the giveaway is the WizKids D&D Icons of the Realm, Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen, Lord Soth on a Greater Death Dragon, which is one of the few things that I don't already have, by the way, and it is dope. It includes a modular Lord Soth mini and a Death Dragon mini. Again, Quebec is excluded from this giveaway. I would be remiss if I did not point out that Quebec, you know what you did. And for the international giveaway, the Idle Champions Dragonelle collection, which is a whole bunch of stuff and some names that I'm about to mispronounce, but here we go. We got the Dragonlance Miria theme pack, Red Dragonelle Familiar Pack, the Green Dragonelle Familiar Pack, the White Dragonelle Familiar Pack, and the Black Dragonelle Familiar Pack. You can have nearly the entire squad, although Spark comes along with Solaak, I believe. The Dragonlance Solaak theme pack, the Dragonlance Baloth skin and feet pack, the Dragonlance Curdle skin and feet pack, the Dragonlance Imoen skin and feet pack, the Dragonlance Neres skin and feet pack, and the Dragonlance Vacania skin and feet pack. Note this prize cannot be split up and is non-transferable. Again, be sure to check your whispers when the giveaway closes. That is how we will contact the winners. Thank you to Jay and Jordan for moderating. making sure that everybody stays safe, that everything stays chill, and that we all have a good time. Now, but before we get into this, because again, super happy fun time. You guys don't have to worry about anything at all this week. Just let's just vibe, right? Let's just vibe. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
Sure.
good.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm down.
So the Death Knight's last stand. Again, last week you all encountered Dalamar the Dark there at the end, who confirmed the dark tidings and the nature of everything that is taking place here in the region, and the necessity for you all to keep moving and luring out the undead hordes and leading them away from the villages and innocent peoples in this land. And so far, you all have succeeded at that. It has been days now of constant moving, non-stop harrying, barely having any time to rest or find a warm meal or a safe harbor. And unfortunately, it is starting to not just wear you down, but wear down your Dragonel companions as well. So we got to do some rolls right here at the top. First, I am not a monster, contrary to what you might hear about me at all. So I'm gonna let you decide, Miria. Would you like to make a strength, dex, or con check?
I would like to make a dex. out of all of them, I'm like, ugh. Okay.
Give me a dex check, please, Miria.
Dex saving throw or dex
yes,
ability?
A check, not a save, just check. Rust, a con check, if you don't mind, and Merilwen, a strength check.
No, that's the lowest for me.
I was gonna say
Again.
I got kindness there.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled a 3.
So, just one quick thing. You remember that hardship die from way back in episode 1?
Yeah.
That D10?
Do I?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that D10 and subtract it.
Great.
it. Yeah.
I actually did okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
You rolled a 10, didn't you?
I rolled a 10. So that's -7 from me.
Minus 21 actually for me. I rolled 22 and then it was a 1 on the D10. So 21.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
What's
Well,
it like to be you?
Hey, I have failed almost every other of these survival checks.
that's
Like,
Wait, do I also have to roll?
Yeah. I think you-
no. Just
Okay.
just these three. Just these three. Marilyn, what did you get for the strength?
Okay, so I got a 16 and I'm rolling -8. That's an 8.
A
hardship
few
right there.
things happen as you all are making your way across the countryside. Your Dragonels are starving. And although they are semi-docile, they are apex predators first and foremost. Merilwen, at one point while you're resting on the ground, you have to struggle to hold your green Dragonel back from recklessly attacking a passing herd of deer. And he makes so much noise that the undead are drawn to your location and you all don't get to rest that night. Rust.
Could I?
Yes, Merilwen.
No, it's already happened. It's too late to cast some food.
Unfortunately, this is unfortunately because you haven't really had a chance to like rest and get your bearings.
Yeah.
Rust. One night, you all come across the corpse of an owlbear slain by undead, which your red Dragonel insists on feeding on. Unfortunately, making sure that they all get an equal share, make sure that you all have to chaperone them and contend with the horrid stench of rotting owlbear, which sticks to the fur, Rust. It sticks to the fur. Yeah. However, Miria, while you are in the air, your white dragonel spots a huge flock of starlings and dives in to feed, but you manage to hang on for dear life as she corkscrews and barrels all through them, basically eating as many as she can fit into her mouth there. Rust and Merilwen, unfortunately, I'm sorry, you gain another cumulative -1 penalty.
Okay.
It's fine.
As the difficulties of surviving in Krynn, that might be as much as -3 for some of you there. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Miria, you the hardy local, this actually makes sense that you're hanging in at least slightly better, at least slightly. Right. However, as you all are making your way through here, Sentry, if you would give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. 8. I don't think I've succeeded a single one of those.
Again, Sentry just
vibing, just having a great time.
There's definitely an element of head empty, no thoughts,
Yeah.
head empty with Sentry.
I love Sentry so much.
As everyone else is starving and suffering because they haven't eaten or slept, and you need to neither eat nor sleep, what is Sentry thinking? This is all kind of going around.
Just thinking that everybody's acting a bit strange. Just like, is it Krynn? Is this a Krynn thing? Is this what's causing all this? I feel fine.
Makes total sense. All the rest of you also give me perception checks here. I'm sure that Sentry didn't notice anything is not going to come back at some point in the future. It's fine.
27.
27.
What do your cat eyes see? 19 for Miria.
19.
33.
Oh.
Merilwen with the radar. That is, I would say, a couple of things.
Yep.
Rust, as you all are flying, with, again, the stench of rotting owlbear clinging to you viscerally, because you know how cats have that Thompson's organ? They have that extra sense between smell and taste when they do that that thing. Yeah.
It's called the Flamen response.
Yeah, it's all back in there. It's all back in there,
Right.
Rust. However, something pierces this this horrible smell. You actually start to smell popcorn, like fresh
thank
popping
God.
popcorn. Yeah.
Where is it?
Well, as you start looking around, Merilwen, you were the first to notice it. Down in a clearing, as you all are flying overhead, just kind of trying to stay in the cloud layer, because if you go too high, all the dragons are up there. If you go too low, there's all the undead. You see a caravan of wagons, 6 wagons that are out in a clearing. And with that 33, the wagon is being attacked from both sides. On one side, there are dragons and draconians, the bipedal draconians, and on the other side, hordes of undead. And as they are fighting with each other, the people that are in this caravan are stuck in the middle.
Okay. So, got corpses to the left of them, dragons to the right.
Here it comes.
Here they are, stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you all for tuning in.
Sorry.
That's our show.
That's the end. Yep.
Right, there you go. Right, we'll see you next week where something else is going to happen. Right.
Okay, so I'd like to flag to all the others, like, hey, down there, like, these people are getting attacked. What should we do? What should we do? Should we go for it?
We must save their popcorn.
I was going to say, can we see that these caravans have things like food and supplies?
Mm-hmm.
With that 19 and also with that 33, I'll add in. Yes, you can actually make out some writing on the side of one of the wagons. It says Zeph's Traveling Wonder Show, excitements and enticements for all ages.
Miria will let out a long sigh. I believe it's the Kender's circus caravan, but they do have. We need food and supplies. The Dragonels need to eat. I think we have to help. Like whether or not we help them, we need those supplies. Let's go. I think we should go in.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. Excellent. As you all come zooming in on your Dragonel, as you start to get closer, you can make out what at first looks like a group of children and their toys. But as you get closer, there are 11 kender and 6 autognomes. They look like robotic constructs in the shape of like gnomes and dwarves that are hiding underneath all of the wagons. And as you come over, you see one of them looks up and looks right at you, Sentry, and says, Oh, my love, you have come. I'm saved. Hooray, hooray, happy day. And you see the rest of them are like, shh, 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 shh. You also see another familiar face as Leanne, the dryad, is also there, undercover, trying to keep these kender safe. Leanne, it is rough as Jingle is immediately trying to rush out head first into these oncoming armies to wave at his lady love.
No, that's called that's called an unaliving wish.
No, but she's here to save me. Look at her. She's so glorious on her black dress. Oh, yes,
wait for the lady to come to you, okay? That's life advice.
I mean,
lady to come to
strategy
you.
has proven ineffective up until now, and I'm going to go ahead and get all of you to roll initiative. While you are rolling initiative, I will say as you've come in, you see on the one hand are what look like, Mary, I would say you recognize immediately as gas, G-H-A-S-T, gas.
Gas.
Again, I'm from Arkansas. There's some words I'm not even supposed to know. To look like pale, rotting humanoids that are clearly dead, and there's 6 of them. On the other side of the Draconians, there is one Trag Draconian, which you faced before, the particularly large ones. In 3 Sevak Draconians, the more standard shock troops, the kind that you originally faced. So there's 6 on one side, 4 on the other. And Miria, go ahead and give me your initiative.
22 from Miria.
All right, hang on. Let me roll for the monsters. Okay. Perfect. Great. Okay. Leanne.
I'm sorry, that is a 6.
All right. Hey, you're kinder wrangling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In many ways. In more than one way.
Disadvantage.
Merilwen.
I got a 21.
Perfect. Sentry.
20.
Excellent. Dirty, I assume?
No?
Oh, natural 20?
Yeah.
Hey, see, I told you love has put faith under your wings there. And Rust.
Sorry, I was muted. 12.
Sorry, I didn't know you were
sorry.
muted. I'm looking at a different screen.
That's my own silly fault.
Sentry, with a natural 20, you were first. Again, to make the scene, essentially 6 rows of wagons in the middle, innocents kind of tucked in and out of sight, undead coming from one side, dragons coming from the other. They're kind of fighting each other, but with no real concern for them in the middle. And it is your turn.
Okay. How far away is the wagon from us?
I would say as you are coming in on your Dragonel, you can get as close as you like.
Nice. I'm going to spend this turn doing a little power-up, so I'm going to bonus action enlarge Starbreaker to its full size, and I'm going to enlarge myself and become double the size also. As an action.
First, 2 things happen, Sentry. First of all, you hear a chorus of "Whoa" coming from all of the kinder underneath.
Save us.
The robot goddess has come.
Vutha, your black dragonel, which recall is the smallest of the 5.
Yes.
I didn't. Can you do that for me too? But I don't. Just keep breathing. Keep breathing.
You've got this, Vifa. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, no, we're gonna. Okay. Perfect. Anything else from Sentry for now?
Oh, I'll just fly in and get as close as I can for now.
Excellent. Miria.
So I think Miria would kind of turn to or like look down at Orsia and be like, Orsia, get me down, line up the ghasts. Because I'm imagining that the ghasts are kind of attacking the caravan, right? So there might be, can I catch like as many of them as I can in a line?
You absolutely can.
So yeah, I'll basically spur Orsia on to land or basically line up the ghast. Maybe not land, maybe hover like 10 feet off the ground. Then I'm just going to unleash a 3rd level lightning bolt. Try and catch as many of these ghasts as I can.
As she's coming in, you see her eye rolls back and looks at you and she goes, okay, the spurs were unnecessary. You just had to ask and I would have done it, but I'm okay, fine. Just please make this count.
Well, we'll see. So that is going to be dexterity saving throws from all of the ghasts or as many that are in the line. I'm gonna DC 21.
This might come as a surprise, but these ghasts are actually they are decently dexterous. 3 of them make the save. I split it right down the middle. I didn't expect that. 3 made the save, 3 didn't.
I am also going to use my Adept to the Black Rose to spend 3 hit dice and increase the damage by 3d6 as well.
What does that look like as Miria is charging the energy?
Let me do maths and then I will tell you. So it will be 34 points of lightning damage to anything that failed the save. But yeah, basically, as she comes in, you just watch as the veins... this would be cast from her regular sort of humanoid elven arm, like the one with the flesh and stuff still attached. But you see the veins kind of turn black. Her eyes go as black as Nutari, the Dark Moon. And then she channels the power through it. And then this lightning bolt just crackles out of her fingertips. Very nonchalantly, kind of like just flicks her hand like she's dismissing these minor minions.
As the lightning bolt cracks outward, it very badly burns 3 of them in singes, even the other 3. And you see Asir just sort of looks up at you and she goes, okay, all right, okay, well, that's cool.
Now you can show me what you're made of. Try and destroy any ones that are still surviving.
Yeah. Okay. I actually don't have her stats in front of me.
I've got her stats. It's good.
What's the save on her?
Well, it's actually a ranged weapon attack for her cold, like ice spit, basically.
Perfect.
That is a 24 to hit one of them.
More than enough. Did you want to go after one of the majorly injured ones or one of the not?
Yeah, I want to try and finish one off. So whichever one I can do, which hopefully will kill one. This will be cold damage, as she is a white dragonel, and that is going to be 15 points of cold damage. 18 points of cold damage.
More than enough. You tell me what it looks like as she finishes one of them off.
Oh, I like the idea of the classic kind of she just breathes this icy breath and freezes one of these ghasts completely in place, and then it falls over and shatters into a million pieces, Terminator 2 style. Like,
you see, again, as this happens, you just hear whirring and clicking as... Do you think Miria would have seen an autognome before in her travels? They're rare, but you tell me.
I think, given that she's quite a few centuries old, she's probably seen them, especially if they've only been created recently or like in the last few hundred years. She's definitely seen at least a couple, but probably hasn't really interacted with them much. She would probably just see them as, automatons or servants or something like that.
You just see they're like...
Do a little bow.
Yeah.
The flourish.
Perfect. Merilwen, your turn.
Okay, so I would like to go towards the ghasts side. Are they right next to the caravans, or are they kind of like heading towards them?
They have actively engaged it.
Like scrabbling at the sides of the wagons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're clearly more trying to get to each other, with them just sort of stuck in the middle.
All right. Okay. Well, why not help them across so they can fight each other. Underneath the gust, I would like to cast Erupting Earth, which kind of just
Just yeet the gas over to the
Yeah.
other side.
yeah.
Perfect. This is valid. What is the save DC on that?
Dex save of 19.
All right. Roll for the injured ones. None of them make the save though. So what's the damage on your? You will succeed in popping them over, but it's going to hurt them also.
Great. Okay, let's roll that.
Hopefully, the badly injured ones, they might not even make it.
35.
Oh, yeah.
35 points of damage.
Yeah.
That actually destroys them all, Marilyn.
Yeah.
You
Tag team.
just catapult gas up into the air, which just kind of start coming apart in chunks, and you hear the kender like, yeah, oh,
Sorry.
that's not gonna buff out. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's in my top knot. Oh. Anything else for Merilwen?
I'd love to get my green dragonelle, which I'm gonna nickname Chuck, to try and spray one of the draconians.
Okay, whoa, Merilwen. Okay, now see, no, you are incredibly powerful, and that whole thing with the earth and all of that, and like the zombie shower, like that was cool. I mean, that is a lot of good meat going to rest there. But I mean, I'm not really like a fighter. Like
You got this.
Okay, I mean,
Come on, bud. Come on, Chuck.
If they come after me, you got to protect me, though. Okay.
Oh, 100%. Did you see what I just did? You're fine with me.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. All right, roll it for his
All right.
poison breath.
Mhm.
Let me see
Okay.
here. Yep, poison breath. So
All
to be
right.
clear, with the whites dead, there's a big draconian and 3 smaller ones.
Okay. Let's go. I'll get him to go for one of the little ones. So he's
Perfect.
You know,
Ease him up, build him
yeah,
up.
yeah. Okay. Oh, I rolled a 1.
You tell me what it looks like when Chuck misses terribly.
Like he goes across and he goes for it and it just kind of goes across the top and like doesn't quite singe. It's just like, just like someone has gone with a spray hose in a garden, but they've just sprayed the fence rather than like any of the flower bed. And yeah, he basically sneezes.
Did I get him? Did it work? Did I hit him?
You did good, bud. You did good. It's fine. Well done. I'm so proud of you. You did good.
Positive
okay.
reinforcement.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
We good for the second round? Ready for when we need to go round again?
Yeah.
We'll just loop round. We'll loop round, build you up, and it'll be fine.
Okay. Great. Woo! Unfortunately, it's the Draconians' turn now. So, a couple of things happen here. You see the big one. Hold on 1 second here. Let me just double check something.
He's looking at his notes. Don't let him.
Well, it's weird because he's got wings and it mentions stuff about falling, but it doesn't mention anything about flying. But guess what? It's going to fly now. The big one looks up at you all and just says, "Oh, I heard about you all. Let me introduce myself," and erupts into flames and flies straight towards the 5 of you in the air like a cannonball. I need all of you to give me dex saves.
Okay. Are we all 10 feet apart?
I would say you're close enough to benefit from your aura.
Nice. Awesome.
Leanne would still be on the ground though because she hasn't.
Leanne's on the ground. Yeah, this
Okay.
is you're safe from this.
Okay, so everybody else gets a +3 to their save.
Okay. Oh, terrible. 9.
No.
28.
28,
18.
18,
21.
21. That is a save for everyone but Miria.
Yep.
This thing, as it goes flying past, you all just get pushed apart. Basically, you're pushed 20 feet away from each other and out of the range of Sentry's aura, and take 11 points of fire damage, not counting any sort of mitigation. Miria, you unfortunately just get shoulder checked by this thing and take 22 points of fire damage and are knocked off of your mount and knocked prone.
Ow.
When it just stands over you and it goes, black-robed wizard, you must be the one I'm looking for. Perfect. And, real subtle like.
Yep.
Love it.
The two, let's see. The three little ones are going to attack. One of them is going to attack you, Miria, and then one at Sentry and one at Miria, because you all have done damage to them so far. So, Miria, what is your AC currently?
Base 18, but let me know because I can shield it. So.
There will be at least one hit so far.
If I go shield to 23, will that prevent it?
There is only going to be one hit, but you probably can't get away from it.
Okay, all right. In that case, I will take that hit then.
You see this thing comes and it's slashing at you, but it is almost like it's hesitating, like it's afraid of you, Miria.
As it could be.
But it is going to hit you once for 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
Sentry, what is your AC?
21.
It is going to fly up and also manage to hit you once.
Okay.
For 13 slashing.
Oh.
And Merilwen.
15.
Same thing. I rolled very poorly on all of these. They just have and they even have a decent plus to hit. Also is going to hit you once for 13 points of damage. Slashing. Perfect. It would be the undead's turn, but there's not any undead now. So Leanne, first of all, Leanne, you are covered in gas gunk.
Cool.
Sorry.
Wonderful.
Another day that ends in Y.
Yep. And it is your turn. Again, there is the big one is basically looming over Miria, gloating. The other three have broken up and engaged the members of the party. Actually, I apologize, Rust. I didn't get you in the initiative somehow.
Oh, I rolled a 12.
That would be now. Sorry, Rust is right before you, but it still would have been after the monster. So I didn't mess that up. It's actually Rust.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. So stick with me on this one. I
like where this is headed. First of all, the answer is yes.
So I have an immovable rod in my and what I would like to do is tie 50 foot of hempen rope to that and around my waist, and then if you'll permit me, just sort of click it on and swan dive back off my Dragonel and just sort of come down as kind of like a bungee sneak attack machine, because I don't know if they're going to be expecting this necessarily.
Very cool.
First of all, Johnny, my dear Sentient, of course I'm going to allow bungee sneak attacks from an immovable rod. Of course I'm going to allow that, because no one would expect that. Again, there is the one big one and three smaller ones. So I will say, Rust, as you are flying in, Sharir, the big red one, looks at you and is like, yes, we must join the battle now, I think, huh? What would you like me to do? Perhaps we should pounce upon him and I could take his head in my claws, and then with your rapier, you could just do your thing, and then we would win together, yes?
Yeah, that sounds great. Hold my gold piece. I'm going to pass him my gold piece and just...
Yep, have at it.
Okie dokie. So Let's screw it. Let's go for the big one.
All right.
Why not? So, oh well, good thing I've advantage on that because one of those was a 1. That's a 28 to hit.
More than enough.
Great. So that would be 3 points of piercing damage, followed by 29 points of sneak attack damage for a total of 30.
32.
Hmm?
I thought wait, 36? 32. Sorry. I thought I was missing.
36.
Oh, 36. Perfect. Okay. As you stab this thing, you see the rapier like punches out the front of it as you jam it in its back, and it lunges around faster than you would think something this big could move, and takes a claw swipe at you, Rust. What is your AC?
My AC is 15.
And it is going to hit for 18 points of slashing damage. And just roars with froth coming out of his mouth.
Okay. I think I kind of imagine Russ like holding his arm and kind of boinging back up. And it's maybe nervous laughter. He's just a bit like, just like, whoops.
Anything else from Rust?
No, I think he's done more than enough.
It's incredible. Incredible. I mean, Bungie murder. Come on. Yeah. Now, sorry, Leanne, it is your turn.
All right, so Leanne's going to focus her attention on the big one that's still looming over Miria, and she's like, not my friends, I don't think so. She has 3 bow attacks she's going to do. So that is
perfect.
Going to be 21 to hit.
More than enough.
All right, then that is 11 piercing from the first shot.
Okay.
Then we have a 16 to hit.
Sorry, let me double check. 16 is enough.
Oh, very cool. Then that is going to be really 14. And last shot.
You see. Go on.
Last shot is going to be a 17 to hit.
Also
and another
enough.
11. Another 11.
You tell me what it looks like as Leanne kills this thing.
Oh, she's ruthless. She basically goes, I heart.
You
like succinctly. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Unfortunately, Miria, you see this thing looks down at you and it just goes and sludge shoots out in all directions. Sludge that you might remember. I need a dex save at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Okay. Am I in range of Sentry's aura, or do we get pushed away, right?
You definitely got pushed away from Sentry.
That is going to be a 15 with the disadvantage.
That actually is enough, Miria. You knew this was coming. You were able to get out.
I imagine it's like a minor use of shield, like not a full shield, but like a magical umbrella, basically, like a false umbrella. Like, nope.
Yep. Not this time. Not again. Perfect.
And then
yes,
Arden will
Leanne.
take to flight for Dragonel.
Okay.
And he's going to fly up and over and at least try and get one of the other 3 Dragonels.
Okay.
Or the other 3 Draconians.
Yes. Okay.
Draconians. There's too many Dracs.
I know. There's a lot. Draconians, Dragonels, dragons.
So I'm going to go through and use their fire spit, basically. So that is going to be... Oh, that's probably going to whiff. A 13.
That is not enough.
That's a whiff. Okay.
Yep. Perfect. As you join the fight, Leanne, you see a tall, dark-featured kender stands up and shouts, "Let no good deed go unassisted, mates. Lend these well-armed folks a hand." And you see all of the wagons start opening. You see one of them, a bright flashing lights start flashing on one of them. Another, a ride resembling a clockwork tentacle creature, starts spinning around. And what looks like a big Ferris wheel kind of pops up and extends and starts rotating. And the kender look and they're like, yeah, come on, we're with you, let's go, woo! Sentry, this brings us back around to the top. and you see Jingle is pointing at the Ferris wheel, and he's like, "Okay, wait. So I did this, so you can kind of like hold on to it. You can like shoot up, then you come down on him and be like that. That's that. I did that. I did that for you."
Oh, that sounds like a really good idea.
Okay. But Sentry, it is your turn.
I want to try it. I want to shoot up and on the Ferris wheel and come down on the other Dragonel.
Okay. So, give me either acrobatics or athletics, whichever is better for you.
Ooh.
I figure she's a strong girl. I didn't make it just
Yeah, it's athletics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got a 13.
You know, I'm gonna say that is more than enough. You're
Hey.
gonna be damage to this. You tell me what Sentry does here.
Awesome. So I was gonna bonus action do a spirit shroud at level 4.
Mhm.
So Sentry holds onto this Ferris wheel as it launches her up, and if she's in the air, the spirit shroud activates, and with that golden and green helix that goes around Starbreaker, the gold ribbons take on a more humanoid guardian form as well. So she launches up and then plunges the spear down into the Dragonels below her.
So animated.
Go ahead and roll it.
Nice. And
Yep.
I'd also like to do a divine smite on top of that as well, just to really beef it up.
Of course, push it. You
This
know
is
what?
so
I'm
gross.
gonna let this attack go off on all 3 of them if you hit.
Oh,
Do
nice.
a little splash damage here.
19 plus 13.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a hit.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nice. Alrighty. Let's get my dice. I've got 2. Bam, bam, bam. Yep. So 2 there, 2 there. I'll do a level 3 divine smite. So that's 4d8 plus the 2 from Spirit Shroud. Oh no, the 1 from Spirit Shroud. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And 2d8 from Starbreaker and 1d4 because I'm big.
Because of course.
Because I'm big. 14. 20, 29, 32, 35, 36 plus 7. The maths! 43. Thank you very much.
Perfect. You see Sentry comes down with this devastating explosion of divine might as the Draconels go, or the Draconians go flying, but aren't defeated quite yet. And you see Zeph, the one that's shouting orders, looks over at Jingles and says, "I see what you're seeing her, buddy." And he goes, "Oh yeah, right, yeah. Hey, you guys back off, mine, and back off. Hey, yeah. Right.
Thank you, that was really cool.
Anything else from Sentry?
Can I get Vutha to swoop down and make an acid attack against one of them?
Absolutely can.
Awesome. Let's see if he hits. 8 plus 5, 13.
Let me double check. That actually is not enough to hit.
No worries.
Perfect. Hang on, let me close some of these tabs of things that are dead or killed a second time. Perfect. Miria, it is your turn, but Miria, you see behind this nearest Draconian, the wheels of that creature, of the ride that looks like an octopus are spinning, and you see one of the kender goes.
Miria looks at this kender and like looks down at herself like, you expect me to push this thing?
You use your words.
I don't know what words you think I can use, but I'll have Orsir. I'll gesture for Orsir to try and push them.
You can make it. You can either make
you
an
want me to
athletics
intimidate?
or an intimidation check.
I
Either
see.
one can theoretically drive this thing backwards.
Well, let's have Orsir try and push them first. Like maybe like have the Dragonel go and like whip them with a tail, basically, and try and like slam them into it.
Perfect.
So athletics for the Dragonel.
Yep.
Because Miria also doesn't have a super good intimidate. That's actually going to be a 20, so 17 plus 3 for the Dragonel.
You see, she comes up and
I'll just
as
like, gesture,
lazily
hit
as
this one.
possible, just kind of like pops him with his tail and drives back, and he gets hit in the back of the head by one of the arms of this spinning thing and falls flat on his face, prone.
Oh, okay. Does Bolt knocks them prone but doesn't kill them.
Correct. It's close,
okay.
though, actually. Like, they're all looking pretty beat up.
Pretty beat up. So the other thing, so that I'll order them to do that. For a bonus action, because Miria's taken some hits, I'm actually going to draw some of the energy from Worston Khan's, who's in my soul cage, and use a charge to heal myself of 2d8 hit points. So I will get back 7 HP from Worston Khan. Thank you very much. Heal myself of that. And then I'm going to turn to, and that's not a spell, that's just an action I can do with the soul cage. And then one of these draconians I'm going to point at, and this might be overkill, but if it is, it's a good thing. I'm going to point at them with the skeletal hand and just go, die, and I cast Finger of Death. 21 con save.
It does not make it.
Okay. That is going to be 59 points of necrotic damage.
You tell me what it looks like as you kill this thing many times over.
Well,
Miria.
I also have a question. Do draconians count as humanoids?
Yes. Well, technically they're monstrosities, but it's a humanoid now because I think something cool's about to happen. So
Okay,
yes.
yeah, cool, thank you. So basically, not only do you watch like this creature's like the muscles underneath its body kind of like melt away from the necrotic energy, but its skeleton, its like draconian skeleton, remains standing, and still clad in its armor, and then it just kneels to Miria because I turn it into a zombie technically under my command permanently if I kill it with Finger of Death. So I just like this black beam just like melts its flesh and its muscles, leaves the skeleton behind, and then it kneels to Miria kind of like a soldier would. And she just nods her head. And because it's a necromancy spell, I also get to heal again. So I'll get 21 HP back because it was a necromancy spell.
You, again, being the only one that speaks Draconian, realize the other two are screaming something about blasphemy.
Yeah. I will just turn at them and just say, like, would you like to join in Draconian, in Draconic? I'll just be, and then look at them.
You know what? Give me Intimidate with advantage there,
okay.
Miria.
Sure. I'm not. Miria. Oh, natural 20 on the first roll. 21.
Yes.
Merilwen.
Yeah.
It is technically your turn, but it is quite clear if given the opportunity, these two things are going to run for their lives. They also were both very close to death. So I leave it up to you because it's their turn after yours and they will leave. So I leave it up to you if you want to put them away or let them escape.
You know what? How close are they to each other?
Oh, close enough.
I'd like to cast Moonbeam. Thanks.
Yeah.
Signature war crime.
Oh. The most easy spell in the universe, right? Like,
Yeah, everyone can
Neither of them is going to make the save. So go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay, I'm casting this out of the 8th level.
Oh,
Why not?
geez.
Let's see.
It's like the soul unit from Akira. Like just rocks start coming up off the ground.
Okay, that's 34. 34.
They had 7 and 14. So Merilwen, as they begin to recoil from Miria, in turn extending their wings about to leave, you tell me what happens to them.
Yeah, so this red kind of like interesting moonlight comes down, just basically kind of space lasers them.
Oh yeah. Oh, Miria is like looking at Merilwen, is very smiling and clapping, like, "Oh, beautifully done."
Yeah, so like similar to like to Miria's thing, the flesh disappears from their bones, but instead of kneeling, the bones just kind of crumble into a small pile.
Slightly different happens this time, Merilwen. Everything that you just described does happen, but you see where both of them were standing. A spectral image of Merilwen appears and just screams in rage. Miria, you know this is a thing that they often do when they die. It's a death throes thing. Right. But you all just see these howling images of Merilwen just stand there for a moment and then dissipate.
Do not worry. It is just part of their nature is when they die, they can conjure these frightening images. Draconians often have an effect when they are killed. Please, it's fine, Merilwen. It's fine.
I'm fine. I'm worried about Chuck here.
That's a good point, yes.
You know what?
Melodramatic, don't you think?
Oh my god. Chuck absolutely fails to save against the fear. I wasn't gonna make you guys roll because it's so low. He very looks at you and he's like, you know what? I was kind of nervous, but you're right. I think I got the hang of this. Like immediately goes bolting away from these things. But that takes us out of initiative. Rust.
Mm-hmm.
You notice when you bungee back up on the back of your dragon, a very young kender. They all look like children, but I mean, when you get closer to them, you can see in their features their ages. This one probably actually is a child. Is on your movable rod in the air, like you just get. Take this one. I just not sure how this works here. I'm gonna get a little leverage up.
Excuse me, you know I'm tethered to that, right?
No.
Okay. Well, you've just got to push the button then.
Oh, okay.
No.
Right. And immediately starts to fall with your immovable rod, but you are still attached to it. And as you all come down, you see the kender and the autognomes start packing the rides back up again. Jingle comes up to you, Sentry, with tears in his eyes, like, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, and I didn't think I'd see you again, and then I thought we were all gonna die here, and I hearkened unto Paladine, and I said, if you could just deliver my lady love to me in all of her strength and fury, and we would be delivered, and then it happened.
Oh, we're all just happy we managed to help in time. Is everybody okay?
When you are enlarged, roughly how tall is Sentry?
Sentry standard is 7 to 8 feet as she is, so enlarged. She's she's like 10, 12 feet.
She counts as a large creature because it's fully enlarged, yeah.
You, again, Sentry, you tell me in your travels, do you think she'd have seen autognomes before?
I don't think she has. No.
You know, then I guess to Sentry, to you, they would just look like poorly made Warforged, because they're kind of scuffed and dinged and beat up, all of them, you know? And they just kind of come out and you see they start kneeling down in front of you, Sentry. They're like,
the claw has come.
You are the supreme being. We offer our prayers unto you.
Are you all guardians?
We are guardians of the circus rides. Yes.
Wow, you're such a different design to what I've seen before. Where in my home they're all like they're all bigger and like they all have different jobs. And you're what jobs do you do? What is your role?
We perform a number of roles. We lubricate the mechanisms on the rides. We make sure that the injuries suffered by the guests are minimal. We also keep track of the litigious payouts to prevent anyone from revealing that we... And you see Zeph's like, whoa, okay, hey. That's just no need to talk about any of that. But hey, let me tell you something. Lifelong free access to Zeph's Carnival here from now on, and all of the excitement and enticement that you could possibly hope for. You know, hey, could I get you like a candy coated apple? Could I get you some popcorn? Could I?
I think my friends need food. They have food. Everyone, do we want...
That would be wonderful, darling, yes. And as Miria calls out, I'd like Miria to be casting Animate Dead on the two Draconians. So I'm just like summoning their skeletons
just
and
like over your
reassembling
shoulder,
them.
like,
I'm just like, that'd be lovely, darling, thank you, yeah.
Have I hit the ground yet?
The ground. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a cat, Rust. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Leanne, again, you were able to guide these kender back to their circus pretty easily. Again, even though you guys have intentionally been flying in like serpentine patterns and stuff, luring undead away. So it's would have made sense that she's here ahead of you.
How y'all doing? Rust, honey, do you need help there, sweetie? Looks like you got a little whacked upside the shoulder.
Oh yes. Also, I stink.
Yeah, well,
I've been trying to remember. I can't pronounce it. The press my digits. Potato.
Prestidigitation.
Close. Prestidigitation.
Press my digits. Yes.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. I know Miria can do it, but I've been embarrassed.
Well, I can do the healing. She can do the destinkifying,
That would be
provided she
lovely.
wants to.
Great.
Yeah, we'd appreciate that because yes, you all just saved us, but that is a smell that you can taste, my friend. Just
Excellent.
yeah.
Oh, like y'all smell like roses. And she'll make her way over to Rust and do a cure wounds.
Thank you.
We
I'm also
smell
gonna
like
take a
cotton
worming
candy,
tablet.
madam.
All of you give me perception checks.
Sure. And for Rust, Miria will absolutely come over and non-water bathe you.
Amazing, thank you
It's
so
like
much.
the best bath that Rust could probably hope for.
Oh.
It's cleaning you without water. Amazing.
That's
Magic.
8 HP for you, Johnny.
Perfect.
Alright.
Yeah.
So I have plus 17 to perception, right? But it doesn't matter if you roll a 1.
Oh no.
Oh.
You know, Merilwen, again, friends, we only have one house roll that a 20 always succeeds and a 1 always fails, even on skill checks. Merilwen, considering normally you're pretty perceptive, but not now, what is it that Merilwen is distracted by that made her miss this?
I'm basically trying to get Chuck back and calm him
Chasing
down.
Wait. No, there were two of you. There were two of you, and you were screaming, and it was like a horrible ghost you.
It's fine. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It's just them trying to scare us. It was them doing
Well, it worked.
trick of the light. Well, it's not. They can't do anything because they're gone, aren't they?
But they're not gone. They're over there with Miria now. They're still right there.
Yeah, but like she's got control of them, and she's on our side. Yeah.
She.
Well, I hope. No, don't worry. She is. She definitely is. She definitely is.
That is not nearly as reassuring as you might think.
Look,
Okay.
No, we're friends. Mira is my friend. We had a whole thing. It was lovely. You know, I feel safe around her. Like, and look, I'm someone who's not that trusting of necromancers. So if I like her, she's fine. Okay. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I'm not normally trusting of people with 2 legs, so I suppose by the transitive property, me not normally trusting and me trusting you, and you not normally trusting, but you trust her, it means I should trust her.
Yeah. It's like a chain of trust. We're all strong links.
Miria, what are you having the undead do now that you said?
At the moment, I was gonna jump in and be like, if they look over, I'm having the 3 draconians are now helping brush Rust. Like now that I've kind of like cleaned the stink, like they're using their skeletal claws to like scratch him and like smooth down the fur and like comb him out. And like Miria's probably like making them look nicer. Like she's polishing their armor. She's like adding like because she wants everything to look fabulous and wonderful. So she's probably putting a bit of jewelry on the skeletons, like making them look nice, and they're just scratching Rust up and combing him, and like it's lovely. It's a lovely time.
That's for real life. In real life, relaxing. I feel calm.
Like the back of the head, the long nails, kind of like yeah.
There it is.
Do that now.
Like,
See, necromancy can be wonderful.
Perfect.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
What did the rest of you get on those perception checks?
19.
19, 28.
19 as well.
19. Miria?
Oh, 16.
Basically, everybody but Marilyn realizes the younger kender are engaging in crime. Like, they absolutely are taking things off of each of you whenever you're not looking.
Miria is not having that. Like, Miria is just like claps her hands and it's like, I'm going to make this very clear. If you do not return our things, there will be a punishment. And I leave that hanging as a thing because like she does not like law breaking. She's just like enough.
You see, Jingle says, "We talked about this. We talked about this." And you see, even Zeph looks around at all of them, and you see one by one some of the younger ones just start dropping your stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I must have fallen loose during the fight or something there. I didn't know whose coin purse this was, or component pouch, or this is like a shiny rock here. There's sort of like a lucky twig. There's kind of like Sentry. What is something that Sentry might have had that one of them might have taken?
She has like a gold like brooch that holds her cape on, and it has like the engraving of Solvin on it. And that's kind of something that she holds very dear.
You see, one of them has it on their cloak, and it's like, what? Oh, you had one of these too?
Excuse me.
It's a very small chance of that. I mean, you know what? You just have it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I would appreciate that.
Fallen loose there when you were.
Yes, I'm sure.
Raining doom down on the draconians. And you see, after this, the kender don't rob you anymore. And after you all do finally get another meal of what normally would probably make you pretty sick, but is some of the best food you've ever had in your life, of popcorn and cotton candy, these oversized turkey legs, corn dogs, just like all of these carnival excesses, but they absolutely like share it with you to the best of their ability here.
Could I also cast Hero's Feast?
Ooh, absolutely.
So brings forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. So like anything else that they want with it. And it, you're cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened. And you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. And also, your maximum hit points for the next 24 hours you can add 2d10 to that.
Yeah, this lasts for a long time, right?
Yeah.
That's
perfect.
Awesome.
You see, when this comes out, the kender are like, "Oh, thank the Lord of Light, vegetables! Oh my gosh! Like start eating the good food, and they eat surprisingly high amounts of stuff for being so little." As you all are kind of tucking into this and discussing things with the kender, they tell you a few things. They've been dodging the undead and the draconians for days now, trying to weave in between their patrols, and no small thanks to Leanne and her guidance there. And Zeph says, "Hey, have you all seen that dark dragon flying just high overhead? It's like I just see it through breaks in the shadow on occasion. It's like some sort of sentinel, like it's huge."
We have not, I don't think. We saw something, but I wasn't sure if it was this dark dragon you described. Does the dragon, and I'll summon Malleus and be like, does it look something like this?
I couldn't get a good look at it up through the clouds. I just saw wings and a tail, and then we sort of ran for it.
No, never mind.
Well, Malleus looks around and is like, "I've got some new cousins now. Excellent.
Just remember that those cousins serve Soth, the one who wanted to discard you."
No. I mean, these cousins. And he points at the draconians you've resurrected.
Oh, yes. Yes, I suppose they're sort of like your big brothers, I suppose.
I believe I'm the eldest sibling.
Oh, well, of course, Malleus, of course. Your little brothers, then.
Yes, little brothers. Good. you see the kender all kind of look at him like wide-eyed, because again, this little dragon is very clearly dead when you look at it. And using one of the autognomes looks at you, Miria, and says, "What is the power supply of this contraption?"
Magic, darling. Miria doesn't know how to deal with these autognomes. It's just sort of looking at them like, oh, you don't have bones, you don't have blood. Oh, very strange. Yes, no, magic. They're fueled by magic, little one.
Magic is normally a lazy thinking way to explain engineering, but this is an acceptable response.
Miria will walk away.
Jingle, actually not Jingle, he's only looking at Sentry. But Zeph looks at you, Miria, and says, "We'd heard about a black robe mage of high sorcery in the area fighting undead, but everybody said that mage was traveling alone."
There may be others, but there was one in green robes that we encountered, but no, I think Miria would look at Merilwen and say, "I'm not alone."
Interesting. Well,
I've got these good companions here with me. When was the last time? Have you encountered any larger forces of undead? Have you heard of where they may be? Do you have any information? I mean, we're grateful for the supplies, but Leanne, what about, whilst you've been traveling with them, have you seen Soth's forces anywhere nearby?
I've been wrangling kender.
Yes, of course. Poor thing. Just much sympathy in Leanne's direction.
Excuse me. We are a joy to associate with, but yes, Leanne, thank you so much for saving our bacon, both literally and figuratively.
I mean, you're more than welcome. Just glad you found your troop, and all is right in the world now for you all, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, right enough. Again, I'm not sure how well unchecked cataclysmic war is going to be for the circus business here. Sentry, you know what? You're due to pass one of these at some point. Give me perception or insight.
Alrighty. Either one, 6 max.
You can't make it happen, D-Dave. I'm sorry. You are. He's too pure.
Still
too
vibing.
innocent to notice anything. Just pure vibes. It's lo-fi vibes to Sentry and kill monsters too.
Just every day's a good day for Sentry. I love it. Merilwen, who normally is a little more on the ball here. You give me a perception check.
Okay. Okay. So that is 28.
So, Merilwen, again, well, you know what, Sentry, you tell me, same thing, while you're not noticing anything.
No, wait, sorry, 38.
Oh, damn.
I'm being serenaded with Kinder love poems. What is Sentry thinking about here that kind of has her mind elsewhere at the moment?
I think she's just fascinated by the autognomes. Like, she's like just never seen them before, and she just wants to know so much about where they're from, who made them. Like,
she wants to know more about them.
Ellen, please.
I can't work under these conditions. I will take this.
Johnny's just so used to it. He's just sitting back like, yeah, normal.
Yep, she's like, no, I'm done.
I will turn this stream around. Okay. Merilwen. No more. How dare you?
No, you aren't.
No, you aren't. You're not. We've been playing together for years. You're not sorry. You never are.
I was with you on Mordor Dash, but you've officially gone too far with that. Merilwen, you realize, again, so there's 11 Kender and 6 autognomes. And everybody is eating and having a good time, and the kender are showing off their circus tricks and everything, and all of the other autognomes are just as amazed by Sentry as she is by them, except one. There's one with a well-scuffed body and a mouth shaped like a perpetual scowl that is just staring and hasn't said a word to any of you.
Okay, I would like to go up to the gnome, the auto gnome, be like, "Hi, are you, what's your name? I'm Merilwen."
You see it leans and its joints start making this weird creaking noise. It sounds like they call me Kirkish. It's the sound my joints make.
Oh, I get that. Do you enjoy that or not?
Enjoy?
Like, are you okay with them literally naming you after a sound you make? Is that okay?
What is the sound they refer to you as?
Usually, I'm not referred to by a sound. Occasionally, like a groan in pain when I say something, but you know.
I have come to realize that sentients have dedicated noises that you make out of your face holes, that they know that you are the one that is being referred to.
Yeah.
That one is apparently Miria.
Yes.
And you are?
I am Merilwen.
It seems rather arbitrary that you are a Marilyn. At least I am a Kirkish.
Okay, Kirkish. What's your whole deal? Why are you not hanging out with the other auto gnomes?
I mean no insult, friends. But I'll tell you that I think heroes like you running around making stands just makes this worse in the long term. Or that's how I see things anyway. But you stir up trouble. You leave other folk to deal with reprisals. Nothing ever changes. Just endless strife. I'll tell you that the faster one side or the other wins, Lord Soth or the dragon armies, the faster things go back to normal. Or that's how I see things anyway.
Okay, so if you want to control heroes, are you an Iron Man?
What?
Sorry, it's a very niche reference to Captain America Civil War. Because he wants them to all like sign up and be like registered heroes so that they stop messing up.
It's always good when you have to explain your reference, Ellen. It's always a great moment.
Sorry.
You know, also, Captain America Civil War is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I was like accessing database of relevant references. I'm like, surely, that's not what she means. Mission report, April 18th, 1992. You know?
I'm calling it now. There's going to be "You can Peter Park here" pun in like 10 minutes if we don't do something about this. I know where this is going.
My favorite thing when people get mad at my puns is then they end up making puns. It's like a defense.
It is infectious. Yeah, it is infectious. It's a feature, it's a feature, not a bug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kirkish, yeah, look, I get it, but if we do nothing, they'll just steamroll over everything, including you and everyone that you work with, and this won't be the same place anymore. You won't be doing what you do. There will be no place for a circus or a fairground or anything.
There is already no place for a circus or fairground. At least when the war is over, there may be a modicum of peace.
But do you want a modicum of peace or actual peace?
What is the difference? How long does peace really last? We have moved from cataclysm to cataclysm, strife to strife, conflict to conflict, catastrophe to catastrophe.
all that exists is on occasion.
And his chest door opens up and like a little flower pops out.
We might put a smile on someone's face.
Oh, I'd like to smile at the flower. And hang on, can I?
Do you like enlarged plant growth?
I was going to see if there was Druidcraft. I was going to make it go boop, but I don't have Druidcraft lined up.
Yeah, I mean it's a cantrip. I'll let you have Druidcraft if you like.
Okay, well I would like to Druidcraft to, if it's like a little bud, just go like that and open it.
You see it blossoms, and he kind of looks down at it for a moment, and he just says,
Perhaps, even on cloudy days, there are still flowers that bloom on occasion.
Oh, that's lovely.
Forgive me. I just believe I take a slightly darker view of the events facing Nightland, Solamnia, and all of Ensalon. Well, that's how I see things anyway.
and he just like rotates and starts to roll away.
Would any of the rest of us heard that, or was it just Merilwen?
Yeah, he wasn't trying to keep it a secret.
I think I might move over to Merilwen as the little autognome, and Miria's watching him go, and just is unfortunately, the little fellow is somewhat right. This world has suffered calamity after calamity, disaster after disaster. Most of the people here have really only known war or suffering for much of their lives. I can understand why, especially one who has maybe not lived or been created for very long, would feel that way.
I imagine you just must be so tiring and draining.
Yes, it is for many. My people are secluded, but even I heard the stories of many of the wars and things that happened here. Takhisis, many of the other wars that have happened throughout the time. It is draining. It is tiresome, especially for others. But I think it's what makes what makes people like the Knights of Solamnia the way that they are. It instills heroism. There are people like you and Sentry and Solaak and perhaps Rust, although I do not know Rust as well, who believe in doing the right thing and challenging the sort of darkness that they encounter here. That little autognome will come around in time, but I don't blame them for the way that they are. I think that is, unfortunately, it's one of the reasons I wish to leave this place, leave this world. See worlds that have not suffered under war and calamity and disaster.
I understand. Maybe you can come visit us.
I would like that very much, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just kind of watch Ka-Chunk going off and just have a little moment. And just think, I want to make this place better for him.
As the kender eat their fill, which again is an astonishing amount, and quite frankly, all of you do as well. And there is at least a modicum of calm. It becomes clear that you all need to keep moving soon, and quite frankly, so do they. In Sentry, you see Jingle finally comes towards you, and he says, well, excuse, hang on, okay.
You okay?
Sentry, hi.
Hello.
I was just wondering, if we survive the next little while, maybe we could take you on a trip. I could show you the coast. Not all of Ansalon is terrible. My village isn't there anymore, but the village that my people made after the village, which is probably not there anymore. But there's some kender somewhere that'll show you a great time, and I would love to be your guide to how the other half live here,
Oh, that sounds really nice. But I have my own world to go back to. I'm hoping that once we've helped you all, I can go back home, but I'd love to come back.
Okay, well, I could come with you. I could go with you to your world. I don't know if there's kender on your world, but then that would make me kind of unique. It'd be an attraction. They'd be hey, here's Jingle, the amazing juggling kender, whatever, and he just really loves Sentry. That's what people would say about me.
Well, you are delightful.
I'd like to just like walk in and try and save Sentry from this conversation. Sentry, I need you for something over here. If that, sorry, you're really tall. Sentry, I just need you over here for something. Can I borrow you?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right. I'll bring you right back.
Back in a minute.
I just sort of, and you see he reaches in and he like pulls out a piece of paper where he's got like a whole statement. He's like, well, okay, you guys, you do your hero stuff. I'll be here, always, waiting for the rest of my natural life.
So Leanne's gonna come up because she's gonna feel bad, and she'll like put her hand on his shoulder. It's okay, little buddy. Tell you what. How about you give me that slip of paper there, and I can always sneak it over to Sentry for you.
Oh, you do that for me?
Sure, honey. Why not?
Oh, thank you, Leanne. Oh my goodness. Have I told you that you are looking particularly autumnal today? You know, it's like, I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I'm sort of into somebody right now, but you are lovely, and these woods are terrible, but the woods are less terrible than they would be if not for you and the thing you're doing. Keep doing that thing, Leanne, and you saved our lives like a lot, so hey, all right.
Cool. Just I got a nice white oak back at home, so I'm not second best here, so just we were clear. She'll like hold her hand out for the note.
And he does give it to you.
All right.
He's like,
thanks, sweetie.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we're gonna. I mean, you guys are heading south, so I think we're gonna head north. But hey, next time when we're all open again, that cat person gave us a really great idea about jumping off of things with a rope tied around your ankle that did just like pull you back up again. I mean, I think we're gonna be able to make
hold
that
thought
really
real quick.
good.
Russ, do you still have your rod on yourself?
Yes, Roderick's here.
Good.
Roderick.
Just
Roderick
checking.
the immovable rod. Johnny, why?
He doesn't have a lot going on up there, does he?
Oh, it's amazing. I just imagine it with googly eyes on now.
Very
Canon.
valid. Very valid. Cannon googly eyes. Perfect. You all bid your adieu to the kender, and you do manage to leave. Leanne, you're able to guide them to a forest clearing where there's the remains of an old tower that is nearly hidden beneath a thick growth of vines. But you know that you will be able to sleep there safely for the night.
All right, y'all can hunker in and get some rest.
I would probably cast Private Sanctum again if we're going to rest here. So like hopefully protect us and give us some shelter from being discovered and make sure that the site is secure as it can be.
Perfect. Does anybody else do anything before you bed down?
I'll probably do a divine sense just to make sure everything is all safe.
Besides just the sort of ambient undead hum of just around, you do not detect any undead celestial fae or fiends in your vicinity.
Good. Lovely.
Perfect.
All right.
Anything else?
I'll probably turn around half a dozen times on the same spot, but that's about it.
I'll set
Perfect.
the Skelly Boys to watch, and then yeah. They're with us now. Yeah.
We've got 3 dragon friends.
Oh, yeah. 3 skeletal dragon men.
The Dragonels sleep much, much happier now that they have a full tummy. And as we've established, the rest of you don't. You alternatively enter low power modes or meditate or just sort of zone out a little bit. However, Rust does sleep. And sometime in the night, Rust, you hear a little voice say, "Miss Scusi, get off of me. Get off of me, I say. You're great lummox feline. You sleep like the dead. Get off of me. Move. Move. Get up. Go."
I guess I'll sort of like move back a little bit. I'm on all fours, like looking directly at the floor. Like,
you notice something glinting in the leaf litter, like underneath pine needles and just sort of like mud and dust, just kind of where you were sleeping, you see something shining.
I hit it 7 or 8 times in rapid succession.
So we have only just met and you already begin with the scratching?
I did not bring my claws out.
Clear away all this dust. Let me have a good look at you. Clear it away. I cannot see anything.
All right, fine. Pushy. I'm going to start sort of clearing. Oh, these are so warm. I'm never going to get back to sleep now.
Yeah, you do move all the nice warm part of it away, and it is just like cold dirt underneath. And Rust, as you move this away, you reveal a gold coin the size of the palm of your paw here, Rust. It is unusually large, and it is set with a coat of arms that you don't recognize.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I did not mean to be rude. You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Perhaps you are the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen. Hello, my name is 9 Lives. Bonjour.
Salut.
Yeah. What is your name?
I'm Rust on the Harbour.
Rust on the Harbour. What a poetic name. I like this name. I am just 9 lives. Perhaps I should be like 9 lives in the treetops, or like 9 lives in the coin purse, or I could be like 9 lives in the marketplace. Or
you said that you are just 9 lives. I mean, it is no exaggeration to say that you are possibly the thing I've been searching for my entire life, and I am 23. That is a long time to be alive.
I have been laying here for an indeterminate amount of time. I lost track once the dust and the goo began to form up upon my face, and then I could no longer see the sky, knowing it was day or night, and all the world is wheeled above me and all the ages of men. And then now I am here, and I have found my way back to you after your 23 years of looking for me. And you know what I think, Rust on the Harbour?
Yes.
I think I'm going to help you live now. I think I'm going to, perhaps if you would just be so kind as to carry me with you and keep me on your person for all time, and I will keep you company, and we will talk about interesting things, and also I will help you avoid the danger when it's coming around.
Yes, I think that would be the greatest honor of my entire life.
I think it would be the greatest honor of my entire life.
Okay, cool. Well, this was very easy.
Yes.
Normally I have to work so hard for gold piece.
I'm here to tell you now. You might not believe this, but there's a lot of greed in this world, and a lot of times people think that they need a lot of gold pieces. But I'm here to tell you that if you have the right gold piece, only one is enough.
Well, yes, this is what I've been saying all along.
That is what I've been saying all along.
This, mostly because I do not understand what people mean when they say gold pieces.
Has the world changed so much that people no longer engage in commerce? You don't have to exchange the gold pieces for if you want to buy meat as a Roman
commerce. Right. No, wait, gold piece. No, you've lost me.
You know what, my friend? But now you have the one gold piece you will ever need for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I just have a question for you, which, as an aside, it was the good people of Idle Champions that voted that Rust would find an unusually large gold piece that was excited and had a tendency towards talking too much. So there you go. 9 lives. Rust.
Yes. What?
You see, as you're holding this coin, and again, it's big, right? And he's like, I have so many questions to ask you about the world. I mean, I have never met a cat person before. I do not know if cat people and dog people rule the world now, because cats and dogs are the superior species. They always were. But I'm detecting in the area you have an elvish woman, and something has happened to her hand there. I don't know. Maybe she should get that looked at. And you have another elvish woman that has the beautiful twigs in her hair, and that is beautiful. Yes. There is the dryad, the woodland creature that is maybe keep me away from her. They don't always value the treasure properly. And then there is a large construct person that is just there staring at nothing. But my friend, one quick question for you: Who is the 6th person that is up in the sky? Up above you, my friend. Who is that up there? Look. Hang
on. Is it who I think it is?
As you look up into the sky, I won't even make you roll for this, Rust. Also, hang on a second. You do get some actual abilities from 9 lives that let me tell you here before I
Oh, exciting.
And Rust is never going to buy anything ever again. Like, he's free from capitalism forever.
True.
It's like we have achieved a socialist utopia between the two of us. It is wonderful. Like everything you'll ever need is there. I won't even make you roll for this, Rust. As 9 lives is kind of helping you. He's like, no, to the left. No, next to the cloud. It looks like the bunny rabbit. No, not next to the cloud. It looks like the best. Right? Yes, underneath there. You see a small flying vehicle. It is hovering, a rotating set of blades keeping it airborne, and it is small and not making any noise. And as you look at it, Rust, you see that same frowning autognome, Kirkish, just sort of like looks down at you and sees you see him and like hides, just floating there.
I'm going to throw a dagger at Merilwen's feet. Try and wake her up. Well, not wake her up. Rouse her from.
I will give it to you, Merilwen. Although, tell me, Merilwen, again, as you were in your elven meditation, what was Merilwen thinking about there?
Marilyn was just like everything. She saw what she thought might have been a large gold sun and just purring. That was what was in her vision. She just like this. Yeah, just that.
Perfect.
Literally perfect. Sorry, I did it again.
Literally, I didn't even clock it until you said it.
Yes, this dagger very much lands right by your feet. Again, you and Rust been at this a long time, so I mean, he knows how to get your attention.
What, Rust? What is it?
I give my knife back. Look, there's the chatty dour modeling robot you were talking to.
Yeah.
He's spying on us or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to shout, "Hey, Kirkish! What are you doing?"
Well, also, bonjour, elvish woman. I am 9 lives. I am
also, yes,
coin. I'm like, yes, hello.
Functionally, I just got married.
Oh my gosh!
You know, this is abrupt, but it is not a no. I mean, your palms they are very. So your palms are very soft, and also your fur is very luxurious. It is fine. I am prepared here in this moment to attune with you for the rest of your natural life. Yes, sure.
Yes, please. Yeah, great.
Also, yeah, no, but good. But do not worry, Rust. I am not the jealous type. I realize I am but a coin. I do not have the arms or legs. I cannot give like the hugs and the kisses that on occasion you might require, which is fine. Just always, as long as we are together, nothing bad can happen.
I know it in my heart.
But Merilwen, as you call out to Kirkish overhead, I will say that all the rest of you sort of hear Merilwen call out, and you hear from up above, he responds, "I wasn't following you. I wasn't following anyone. An autognome can take a nice fly at their leisure, I think. Yes? Can I not?"
Is the autognome spying on us? Should we shoot him down?
I was not spying. I stopped above you because I saw something below. I was worried it might have been draconians or undead. I needed to check so I could warn the caravan.
Okay, what did you see then?
Was
it just us? Yeah?
Yes.
Just could you come down here for a second, Kirkish?
Well, there's a problem with that. In Sentry, you start to detect undead. A lot of undead. And Kirkish does start to descend, but just slightly, and says, apologies, but what needs to be done must be done. You heroes, you don't understand. This strife needs to end. Nightland under one master or another makes no difference. Lord Soth promised safe passage to the caravan in exchange for leading his forces to you. My people must come first. Or that's how I see things anyway. And when he says this, you all hear a voice echoing from all directions, booming out of the sky.
your righteous retribution. You have delayed justice being done upon the Dragon Queen and order being returned to these lands. Soon, you will be greeted with the eternal sleep of death and servitude to me, Lord Soth. But before you die, and you will die, you should understand what has brought you to this low point. I told you I was like you once. Brave, heroic, foolish. My first wife, Krynn, died in my arms by my own hand. I tried to make amends, I tried to cover it up, I tried to move on with these souls, and no, peace would not be found. Even when the gods granted me the opportunity for redemption to stop the cataclysm I was lied to, misled by those same elves whose banshees' wails haunt me to this day. They cost me the life of Isolde and my own son Peridor. And with her dying words, Isolde cursed me that I should live a life for every life lost in the cataclysm that I failed to prevent. My soul was lost in the mist and remains trapped here now, with only revenge in my heart and ice in my veins. I will bring it into this meaningless conflict. I will bring it into Takhisis. But first, I have paid penance enough. The sins of the past, haunted by dreams of my failings. The blessed memories of a bright and shining time have sustained me. You try to take those memories, so you shall die. Serve me for eternity.
And as you hear the voices of legions of undead soldiers echoing through the woods, Soth, 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 he descends from the sky on the back of a gargantuan death dragon, red eyes flaming in his helmet. And that's a good place for us to take a little break. So we'll do a quick 10 here before you all face Lord Soth in his final battle. Because, as voted on by the good people of Idle Champions, Lord Soth would kick things off with a monologue, come in riding his greater death dragon, and his tactics are aggressive. So,
before we go break, B-Dave, did we get a long rest?
Yeah, you give a long rest.
We're going to take a long rest, quick.
You're like sleep. Go.
The spell book.
The drawing for the Dragonland Shadow of the Dragon Queen, Lord Soth, the Greater Death Dragon, and international giveaway should open up now during the break. Make sure you enter, and we'll be gone for a quick 10. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it is about to get really, really, really real. So, see you in a minute. Hello, it is I, B-Dave Walters, your humble dungeon master, and my pronouns are he, him.
I'm Johnny Chiodini, my pronouns are they, them. I'm playing Rust on the Harbour, he, him, a Tabaxi rogue.
Hi, I am Rhiannon Frost. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Sentry, she, and she is a guardian paladin.
Hi, my name is Gabe Hicks. My pronouns are he, they, and I am playing Solaak, the Kalashtar Ranger, whose pronouns are also he, they.
Hi, I'm Ellen Rose. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Merilwen, whose pronouns are she, her, who is a wood elf druid. I like to turn into cats sometimes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Hulmes, also known as Sherlock Hulmes. He, him, she, they, whatever you want, really. I do everything really myself. And I'm going to be playing Miria Elithren, who is she, her, who is a Silver Nastri elf, kind of a disguised Shadar-kai elf, necromancy wizard.
Hello, and welcome back to Idle Champions Presents Fury of the Black Rose, and you are about to see some fury. I have cautioned them. This is about to be a difficult encounter. I say that. I know every DM at the table with me right now and watching at home realizes that sometimes you're cursed by hubris, and maybe they're just about to steamroll this thing, but he's Lord of these lands for a reason. Before we get into it here, though, a couple of housekeeping things. One, Merilwen's Heroes Feast is still in effect. It has not been 24 hours. You did get the long rest. So if you would, please repeat for us what the Heroes Feast does.
A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours.
If you would, I'll roll your 2d10 now. You could just say out loud what it's going to be.
I did mine earlier, so yeah, I got 9.
Okay.
I've got 19.
Ooh.
I got 15.
Nice.
Perfect. The other thing, so I can say on the record, is Rust, you are able to quick attune to 9 lives, because basically you were sleeping on top of him for a while there, so that's that is enough time. So you have full access to his powers and abilities. And let's go ahead and roll initiative here.
All right.
Let's go.
Leanne, do dryads sleep? I don't think they do either. I think they're unusual nature. Aren't they?
She's just like set her roots in and kind of, became one with the earth.
Rust is literally the only person in this party that needs a full nap.
Yeah, I love the rest of you just kind of sit and enjoy each other's company, and Rust is like,
yeah.
In the strictest technical sense, the rest of you could keep moving every 4 hours because you just have to power down for 4. It's like you're worth it, Rust. You're worth it.
Yeah.
All right, Sentry.
7.
Ooh, burned out that natural 20 already.
Yeah.
Miria.
11.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Merilwen.
8.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are all groggy. You're waking up. You're like, is that? You're like, bro. Why are you so loud? Yeah. You know what it is? It's the freaking sugar crash from all the carnival junk food.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like, why so much cotton candy? Why is my head hurting? Rust.
23.
Oh,
Hey.
Well, he had a
Makes
proper
sense.
sleep.
Yeah, he actually slept.
Actually
It's
slept.
true.
Right.
Leanne.
14.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Only Rust is gonna go before Soth and the dragon.
No, that is not what I wanted to hear.
That is
Okay.
not what I wanted to happen. But Rust,
Feline swiftness will get me 60 feet away.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly,
you
not
all
a
have
bad
no
idea, my
how
guy.
it goes down with, so again, sorry. Let me arrange all of this, and then I will.
When
I
they
will- yeah.
when
sure.
cats run on Lino, it's like that. Russ, it's like
Right,
that.
yeah. It's the full. Yeah. Yeah. 9 lives. Like I did not stay here and I did not spend long years in this tower to die with immediately when I woke up like this. It's like I finally found my soulmate, and then your soul's going to be claimed by Soth. This is not a good time. So again, to set the scene, you all were sleeping in and around a ruined tower that Leanne knew that you would be safe in because it was undercover, and you should have been. But your position was betrayed by Kirkish, who has turned over your position because Soth promised safe passage for the carnival if he did. You have not seen the undead hordes, but you have heard the undead hordes, and Sentry, I'm not even going to make you use a divine sense. You are aware that you are surrounded here. And even as Soth is descending on this dragon, you see the wings of other death dragons that are still flying overhead, but everybody seems to be holding back to let Soth do this himself as they're chanting, Soth, 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 Soth. And as he is coming down to land, I will say, Russ, technically you can act before he hits the ground if you like, or you can wait till he lands and do your thing, but you are up first.
I wouldn't mind. Oh god, probably hiding and holding my action if I can do that. Okay, great.
Let's do that if you like. Well, what is it that you're trying to accomplish?
I'm just trying to set up a sneak attack when I can. Like
perfect.
If I can, the next round.
I will say that you can even get yourself under some cover because you have some idea what's about to happen here.
Okay. Yep. If there's like
Perfect.
half a tree, like a hollowed out log that I can just like zip into.
It's like, oh my, you are both agile and tactically sound. We will wait till he turns his back on us, and then you do the stabbing with the rapier, I think, yeah?
Yes. Turned into Waluigi. I'm sorry.
Wow, yes. Yeah.
So good.
I just like to say I love all of you. Perfect. Rust, at the end of your turn, Soth just calls out, grovel. Miria, Sentry, and Merilwen, I need charisma saves.
Ooh.
Charisma saves?
Yeah.
Is this a charmed effect?
Let me double check.
Yeah,
Does
that's
it help?
yeah.
With our elflings.
It's enchantment. That's charm, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
babe,
okay,
yeah.
I'll let you roll with advantage.
Yes. And we're near Sentry as well, right? So we get the +3.
Get +3.
You're still near Sentry. Yep.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's not going to save me.
Okay. My highest was 17.
24, natural 20 for me.
Ooh, natural 20.
Quick.
15.
Advantage. It was only on the advantage I got the 20.
Yeah.
That is not enough. Lord Soth casts command. So on your turn, you will do nothing but fall to the ground and beg in front of him.
Even on a 24?
No, you save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sentry
oh my
and
god,
Merilwen
24 didn't save.
cannot help as his words echo through your soul to hit the ground and bow in front of Soth, and that is how you will spend your turn. Unfortunately, that was a legendary action for him. Now's his actual turn. And he looks out at all of you. And Miria, you see he turns and looks at you in particular, and his red eyes just narrow slightly. And he does that same thing he did when you saw him last time and just motions, and a magical ball of cataclysmic fire erupts at all of you. And
Now, this isn't a spell, is it, B-Day?
It's not, unfortunately. It's just a thing he can do, unfortunately. Hang on, let me just make well, good news, being prone does not give you disadvantage against this. So dex saves from everybody. I will give you advantage, Rust, from being behind cover, but it is expressly written that Soth's fire goes around corners. So it's not, in and of itself, is not enough.
That's going to be a big old fail.
17.
18 from me.
Same, 18.
26.
12.
Unfortunately, that is not enough from any of you except Rust.
Okay, cool.
You take 35 fire damage and 35 necrotic. 70 points total.
I got resistance to the necrotic, so 35 fire. And that would be 17 halved.
Yes.
The necrotic.
Yep. So 17 and 35. Yep.
Ow.
And of course, Greater Death Dragon, Cataclysmic Breath.
Oh, yes.
I need another dex save.
Oh, this is cool.
Okay, maybe. With +3 from Sentry, 21.
I got a
Oh wait,
19.
I didn't do.
Oh, I didn't add that.
I didn't do the +3 on the last one, so actually I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 would have been enough. So take
So half
35
damage.
back.
Okay.
basically.
All right, very
Yeah,
cool.
take
Because then
35 back.
Rhea and I would have
Yep.
gotten 21. All right.
Yeah, remember,
Perfect.
if Sentry's
21
is
would have been
in
enough.
10, you get that +3.
Would have been enough. But now for this
Thank
dex
you,
save,
Mark.
I think I heard a natural 20 from Rust.
Yes, for 34 total.
Oh!
You knew it was coming, Rust. At 9 lives, it's like, no. You should duck. Absolutely. You look at this. You see the chest is glowing.
Oh, with
flames.
evasion, that's no
On the
damage.
count of 3, you do the 1, the 2, the 3, duck. Okay. The rest of
so
you, how'd you
good.
come out on that dex save?
21 for Miria, thanks to
That-
Sentry.
Okay, Merilwen,
25.
Sentry,
19.
19, Leanne.
19. Apparently, Rhea and I are using the same dice.
Just in sync.
You all know this move. You've seen Malleus do it repeatedly now, actually. That you have all made the save. Unfortunately, you still are going to take, got a math, 22 necrotic damage, not counting any mitigation, as you
Only
all
11 for
dive
me.
and scramble out of the way. Perfect. You see Soth just riding on the back of it. You see he just looks at you all, holding his flaming brand in his hand, but doesn't say anything else. He is done talking. Perfect. That makes it Leanne's turn now.
All right, Leanne's going to try something and see if this works. She's going to use her suppressed magic on that lovely brand that Soth is holding in hopes that it kind of negates it.
So what is that, and what does he need to roll?
It is dire targets one magic item that can be seen within 120 feet. If the magic item isn't an artifact, its magical properties are suppressed for 10 minutes until either the dryad is incapacitated or dies, or until the dryad uses a bonus action to end the effect.
No save or anything from the item?
No, it just happens.
You see the flames on his Forsaken brand go out.
Oh, thank God.
That's
Paranate
awesome.
And he looks at it and very much looks at you, Leanne.
Mm-hmm. Hi, target.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, Sen Arden is going to start moving up and around to kind of flank the Death Dragon from the other side and use their fire spit on them. Here's to hoping. It's a 19 to hit.
To hit the dragon?
Yeah.
That is enough, but what are you hitting it with?
It's fire breath.
Perfect.
So
That is enough.
It's going to be 15, 16 fire.
16 fire.
I
Perfect.
just realized the Skelly Bros are all gone.
Oh, because they wouldn't have.
Oh.
I mean, they can't succeed on the saving throw, and they just took a ton of damage. So they're all just bones again.
Yep. Actually, when they're destroyed by that, they get up again. Fighting.
Oh, crap.
So they.
And mine.
Actually, unfortunately, it does say they get up and attack right then, Miria.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
You know, but you're playing by the book here.
They are
thank
just
you.
regular old skeletons.
As I was about to say, I was like, out of gratitude to you, I won't use a chunk stat block. They're just normal skellies. What is your AC, Miria?
18 if they're attacking me.
Yeah, all three of them come in swing, and it is going to be 2 hits currently.
If I go boost it to 23, will that cause them to miss?
That would be all misses. Yep.
All right, I'll shield it then. I'll cast a first level shield.
Perfect. They start beating on you, and you will have your AC for the rest of the round. Perfect. Was that anything else from Leanne? Because I know we kind of had to backtrack there for a second.
That's everything for her, but she also has a recharge on that every single time she has her next turn.
Okay, how long did you say that suppression effect lasts?
For right now, it's 10 minutes until I'm either incapacitated, dies, or pulls it off after a bonus action type of thing.
Asking for no particular reason. Can that effect be dispelled, or is it one of those things that just how it is?
It's just what she do.
Groovy. Perfect. As soon as you are done, Leanne, the dragon lurches forward, flying straight towards you. It lands basically right by the tower, next to you, Leanne, looming over you and looking down at you. You take 4 necrotic damage. However, Rust, it does bring both Soth and the dragon close enough to attack if you wish.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to attack.
That'd be very nice. Let's give it a
play.
really old. Oops. Oh no, wait, hang on. So I did that wrong. I'm actually I'm gonna have a pop with a dagger rather than my my rapier. Oh no, I've rolled the wrong thing again. Come on, sorry. Okay, 2.
Miria,
so
you're
that's-
on deck after this, by the way. Sorry.
Yep.
It's 22 to hit.
The Soth or the dragon?
Let's say Soth.
That is enough to hit him.
Okay. Could I then also so I'll do the damage with the dagger and sneak attack, but can I use 2 weapon fighting to also bung a dagger at the dragon?
Yeah.
Cool.
If not now, when? I
that's
mean that
22.
literally because you may be dead soon.
Yes, exactly.
That is also enough to hit the dragon.
Okay, great. So Soth is going to take.
Let me get all my calculators ready.
Here they go. Ooh, 33 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the dragon is going to take a mighty 6.
It all adds up. It all adds up. Perfect. All right. Anything else from Rust?
No, that's it. Ooh, can I? No, I was going to say take a bonus action to hide, but I already used it, so we're good.
Mm-hmm. You're out in the open this time. Miria, it's your turn.
So I think Miria, because I want to kind of separate from the group in case there's another big blast of fire or anything like that. I would like to use my Blessing of Nutari, which is my reflavored Shadowkai Blessing of the Raven Queen, but Blessing of Nutari, and it's not a spell, to teleport 30 feet. I'd like to go to the top of this tower that we kind of took shelter under, and sort of teleport up above, and then I would like to look down towards Soth and their dragon. And oh man, I'm like, there's so many things I want to do, and I'm like, oh, I can't take too many more hits. So I think that Miria doesn't say anything just yet. No, in fact, no, she would say something. She would just teleport up to the top, and then she begins pulling out a cube, like a magical cube in her hand, but will say to Soth, like, for all your boasting and all of your pitying, self-deprecating speech, you are the only one to blame for your circumstances, Soth. This is all just a sad tale of a man who couldn't say no. You have a problem, it's your problem. And then I'm going to push the 6th facing on my cube of force and surround myself with a barrier, a 15-foot barrier that prevents anything from passing through it. So I'm like in my safety shield, like, and I'll come out of it later. But I'm kind of trying to grab his attention, if nothing else, for now.
You see, you very much have his attention. The dragon is looking down at Leanne, but he's looking up at you. Miria, perfect.
That is unfortunately my full action to do that.
Perfect. Merilwen, it's your turn.
All right, so I'd like to cast Sunburst. Basically, kind of, I'd like to make sure that no one, Leanne and Miria are away from the radius of it. So kind of like cast it a little bit behind him. Yep. And yeah, brilliant. Sunlight flashes in a 60-foot radius, centered on a point. I choose. And it's a Constitution saving throw, but undead and oozes have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Because of the disadvantage, and they are both undead, they both would have failed. However, you see as the light begins burning Soth and the dragon, he just says, "No, child. In these lands, even the sun itself obeying me." And you see light erupt around both of them as they use their legendary resistances to make the save. No! Is that all or nothing? Save or suck? Is it half damage?
It should be half on save, right? I think.
Half, yeah.
Yep.
Half.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oh, so I do. Okay, they do say. Okay, they take some. Okay, let's roll this. Come on. Okay, so 41, so half 20.
20. Perfect. It all adds up. Anything else from Merilwen?
Merilwen is feeling a little vulnerable, a little squishy, so she's going to turn into a Triceratops again, just as a bonus action, just in case.
Hell yes.
Into just a big old chunky Triceratops. Perfect. Yeah. Anything else?
I think Chuck's a bit too scared to do anything, I'd imagine. So I'm gonna like gesture to like
and he does fly away.
Yeah. Just a little bit out of harm's reach.
Perfect. Sentry.
Hello.
Your turn.
Am I still groveling?
Oh wait, yeah.
Wait a second.
Wait, I need to.
Your turn groveling, Marilyn. Although take the spell slot back. Take the spell slot back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. You spent your turn groveling.
Sorry.
Whoa. Thank you.
No, hey.
Good for reminding.
Yeah. That was 20 points that you did on that, wasn't it? Did we say they both made the saves?
Yeah.
20.
So they get and they'll get their legendary resistance
They
back.
get that back. They get their legendary back, but you get your spell slot back. That was take backsies.
Rewind time.
It's getting yep.
Can I like?
You also did in wild shape.
Yeah. Can I like get out of that, or that I just grovel?
Specifically, you spend the turn groveling, and then you are free from it. Like that's what you do, and now you're fine.
Cool.
Same with you, Sentry. You are correct. You spend the turn groveling, but then regather your wits, which brings us back around to the top of the next round. Miria. Actually, it's Rust turns first. Rust, you basically is right there at the base of the tower. Miria's now at the top. The rest of your companions are kind of down around the bottom. You're sort of in the middle where you were sleeping, but it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm right next to Soth and the dragon, right? Or they? Okay. And Merilwen and Sentry are further away.
Yes.
Okay. Dang it. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, that's fine. I'm just going to try and just give a little poke to Soth.
Okay.
And then
a little bit.
I'm going to use the rapier on this. Ooh. Oh no, don't get advantage on that. Which is a 17 to hit, which I'm guessing isn't going to be enough.
That is not enough.
Okie dokie. Well, yeah, clang. And then I would like to.
No, my friend, more with it's more in the wrist. You know, it's like it's like more. You see the seam. It's like under the arm where it like connects there.
You just have opposable thumbs.
That's why but that I spent a lot of time observing proper sword work. That is why I know that's how you're supposed to do it.
I see.
No, it was excellent with like the back arch when you were doing it. Like it was beautiful, but I'm just like more towards the armpit.
this is a death knight. Can we be having this little conversation while I would like to scamper back to Merilwen and Sentry if they're near enough to each other that I can plonk myself in the middle.
Perfect.
I would like to be kind of next to them both. So hopefully I can do a sentinel attack back on Soth if he comes over.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. Anything else from Rust?
Use a bonus action to hide behind Sentry.
Yes.
Too big.
Yep.
A few things are going to happen, unfortunately. Right after that, Rust, Soth yells out again. I said beg. Now, last
Dave,
time
I was going to say, is this a spell?
That is a spell. That is a spell.
Miria, because it doesn't pass through the barrier, it's originating outside of it. Miria will cast counterspell at 3rd level.
His command is 3rd level, and as you hear his voice echo out this time,
Miria would probably say something like "We don't kneel to the likes of you, coward," and just counterspell it like.
Miria.
Cuba Force, please save me.
Miria, do you consent to something kind of heavy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I trust you.
Because consent's important, everyone.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Soth looks at you and he says, Miria, you have grown bold and strong in your impotence. And I claim now, here before you heroes in your dying moments, in my own legions, that you are correct. It was my fault. It is on me. And I will never be able to make penance. I will never escape. You have shown me that. And so I will show you something. The ultimate truth. There is only one reality, and it is death. And when he says the word death, Miria, you feel your heart stop. I need a Constitution save. You are unfortunately too far away from Sentry for her aura to help you.
Not that it would help with a 2 for a total of 4.
Miria, as Soth's voice echoes through your soul, his piercing red eyes illuminating everything, you take 100 points of necrotic damage.
Really? I am resistant to necrotic damage because of the blessing of Nutari. I'm still alive. I am on 6 hit points, but I am still alive. I had 56. Wow. I took 50. I am still up.
Oh my god.
I was like, powered kill, I'm down. But no, if it's 100 points in necrotic,
it's worded death.
I half it to 50.
Points of necrotic. That is true. You see, Soth just looks at you, still standing there, with your 6 points of damage left, and roars.
So can it almost look like Miria's heart does stop, and like the rest all see her like clutching her chest, like it stopped, and then she would probably lift up a shaking finger, and with a little spark of lightning magic, like literally punch it into herself, almost to like keep her heart going. Like she like defibs herself, like my magic, my power is far greater than any fear or yours that you command. And then she'll just kind of try and regain her strength and look down.
It won't be great enough! Because unfortunately, the dragon has succeeded in recharging its cataclysmic breath. Standing here at the base of it, you all see its rib cage light up. Is it? And its eyes roll up and look at you, Miria, and you swear a smile comes over its face as the rest of you, unfortunately even you, Rust, that went down to the ground with them, give me another dex save. Also, that was Super G stuff surviving that, Miria.
Dude, I mean, like, it was literally 56 HP. Thanks to Merilwen's Hero's Feast. I will point out my max HP lifted me enough. If I didn't have that, I would have not been high enough to survive.
Not only that, if you die from that, you are dead. No death saves. It kills you outright. Yep. Dex saves from everybody but Miria.
17.
Okay.
23.
23.
21.
21.
23.
23.
What is going on?
Synced up.
You're figuring.
You are just...
You know, Rust, because you didn't save, I almost feel like Sentry run and like rotates you out of the way of where you're hiding. Like, although Rust, because of 9 lives, if you choose, you could use your reaction to pass instead, but that will be your reaction if you do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna eat this one because ordinarily I get a +10 to a dex save, and I just feel like there's gonna be something else that I am going to whiff.
Perfect. Then Rust, that is 45 necrotic. The rest of you are 22 points of necrotic, not counting any sort of mitigation.
Yeah, you did say that we see the ribcage light up, so that's an uncanny dodge from me.
Yep. Perfect. Leanne, it is your turn.
All right, Leanne is seeing the state of her companions, so she is going to do a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
Especially, and she'll be looking up towards Miria with a very strong look of respect, by the way.
Yep. What's the range on your mass cure wounds?
That's a very good question. I want to say it is 30-foot radius sphere.
You know what, chat? We haven't specified how tall this tower is, so I'm going to let you all decide.
Well, I was going to say as well for Miria, unfortunately with the Cube of Force, it does stop any kind of spell coming through it.
Cube's still up,
like,
that's right.
Yeah, so it won't pass through. Like, I can cast a spell that originates outside of it, but your spell won't hit me, so...
All right.
But hey, heal everybody else. Like,
yes, and I'm going to need to at this point.
Yeah.
Question: Can people get in the cube?
Not yet. I set it to block out everything, but I'm going to change it. It's my turn next. I'm going to change it. So.
Yep.
All right, that's 23 for everyone.
Awesome. Perfect. Anything else from?
We're gonna have Arden, her Dragonelle, try another attack on the back end of the Death Dragon because not happy, and that's a fire breath.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 17 to hit.
That is enough to hit it.
All right, great, and that's 20 points fire.
Okay, perfect.
And double checking. And I just recharged the suppress magic.
Okay. After you do that, it is going to take a claw swipe at you. Leanne, what is your AC currently?
I'm sorry, what was that?
It is going to take a swipe at you. What is your AC?
My AC is 16.
And it is going to hit with a claw attack for 10 points of slashing damage. Okay, perfect. All right, and you are correct, Miria. It is your turn.
So Miria is like, swaying and obviously heavily injured. I'm going to pull out the cube. I'm actually going to deactivate. I have to spend an action to deactivate the facing because I know that my friends can't come and help me, even though it's protected me as much as it can. I'm going to deactivate the Wall of Force, but I'm going to use my sorcery feat, my meta magic feat, to cast a quicken spell as a bonus action. And I'm just desperately now trying to decide what I'm going to do. Merilwen and Sentry go. I'm going to hope that maybe they can come up and help me. So I'm going to cast a 6th level Summon Undead, which allows me to create a undead. I'm actually going to create like a half, kind of like a skeleton zombie kind of putrid creature down out of the ground and kind of be like, let me show you my power. And then summon this creature as a 6th level one. And then that basically gets to go after me. It's like a separate creature. It takes its turn after mine.
Perfect.
And that thing, because I cast it at 6th level, gets to make 3 attacks. And it has a bonus to damage as well because of my necromancy. So this is going to be its claw attack. And this is plus 13. That is going to be a 32 on the first. This is all against Soth, by the way.
Okay.
like that dragon is fine, but this is all against Soth. So 33 on the first one. That is going to be 2, 5 plus 12, 17 points of slashing damage. I'm guessing Soth can't be poisoned, by the way.
That is correct.
Yep, so I won't worry about that effect. That is a 19 to hit on the second.
That is enough.
That is going to be a 12, 18 points of slashing damage.
Perfect.
And then the last one is a 22 to hit. And that is going to be another 6. That's another 18 points of slashing damage as this creature kind of crawls up the dragon and begins tearing into Soth. And it's like an amalgamation of various different creatures and bones and rotting flesh.
You've learned well, Miria, but not well enough. As the dragon takes a legendary action to claw at you, Miria.
Yep. Oh, come on. Come on now. Oh. Well, I was going to try and shield it, but I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Nope. With a natural 20, it is going to hit you, Miria.
Yeah.
You all see this thing slashing and clawing at Soth, and he looks up and points. And the dragon smashes through the top of the tower, doing 20 points of slashing damage. And you see when it raises its claw back up, Miria's broken body laying on the rooftop.
You don't want to have my body fall down next to my friends?
No,
where they can kill me?
No, that's not what happens. Weird.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miria's out.
And you see Soth just looks up at and then looks down at you all and says, "Won't be long now, fools." Chat. You know what? This one's on me, chat, and this is terrible. The tower's 40 feet tall. 40 feet high in the air. Miria is up there. Marilyn, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna get there in time. I'm not gonna reach in time. I'm going to choose a point midway between us and Miria and cast Mass Cure Wounds to try and encompass us. Oh, will it? No, it won't.
Nope, you won't reach her. You can reach the rest of you. Yep, because it's centered on you. Oh, no, within range, sorry.
No, it's a range. It's a range spell.
You do you.
You won't reach.
If I do it with it,
I
gosh.
asked you all a question in our chat here. You can just reply there in chat. Again,
Okay.
consent is important, chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Marilyn can see this and she's a bit in a bind because, like, she can't fully get there in time. And, yeah. So she is going to... she's going to moonbeam the heck out of
Soth and Dragon.
Big old moonbeam.
Went from the sun to the moon. Yep.
Yeah, because and
What
I'm
kind of save is
gonna
that?
Go big.
blast it out of. Yeah, I'll go for 8th. Or shall I go? Yeah, no, I'll go for 8th. I'll go for 8th. And con 19 save it needs to be.
It'll be on Soth and the dragon, right? Because it's
it's
be on both.
straight down.
Straight down.
Nice. So cool.
The dragon is going to make the save. Soth would not have, but is going to use a legendary action so that he will. As you see the moon burning him, and he looks up at it, and it's almost like a sheath of darkness appears around him, protecting him from it. But he's going to take the half damage.
Okay.
So they both will take half damage.
Cast that. Let's cast this. Okay, that's 53. So half of 53, about 26. Yeah.
Yep.
But 53 to the dragon as well.
Yep.
GG.
Well, the dragon made the save, so it's 26 and 26.
Oh, okay. 26 to both. Yep.
Yep. Still, it adds up. Okay, 1 second here. I have all the calculators going. Perfect. Soth is starting to show signs of having been in a fight.
That's right. The cannon's coming up next.
Yep. Sentry, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So imagine that Sentry's getting up from the grovel. So as she's standing up, her eyes, I imagine they were like black during the grovel period, like just pitch black. And then she stands up and they turn like purple again and shine brilliant purple. And she stands and calls out Starbreaker, holding it aloft as she stands up tall, screaming it at Soth. And she says to Soth, "You treat us like we're the problem. The only problem on Krynn is you." And she plunges Starbreaker into Soth. I'm going to make 2 attacks against Soth.
Merilwen didn't do any cool lines. She was just mad.
Yeah.
Just quiet.
26 to hit.
In her head, she's still a Triceratops. 26 is more than enough to hit him.
Excellent. All right, level 5 divine smite on this boy.
Oof.
Let's go.
And that's an extra D8. He is undead.
Yeah.
He is undead. Yeah, that's true.
Whoop.
He is very undead.
Let's go. 8, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 20, 30, 6, 42, 47, 52, 59 damage.
You just love the counting up. We get this every week.
I
When I roll this.
the cogs turning.
Yeah, no, it's great.
A
That's my
chunk of his
favorite.
armor flies off, and underneath you see there's nothing but bones and purple flames. But he is still standing.
I'm gonna go again. 20 to hit on that one.
Natural or non?
Non-natural.
Yep, that is enough.
Oh yes. Do a level 4 on this one, because I only had the 1 level 5 spell slot.
Okay.
Rocking. All right. Bear with me.
I could turn into a bear if that.
Stop it.
Literally have a bear with me. Yes.
Sorry, Johnny.
No, you aren't.
It's true. Also, it makes it worse when you apologize.
And 50 damage for that one.
Dang.
Again,
maybe.
It is almost like the exact same scene that you just witnessed with Miria is happening again. Is you? How is this man upright? Hanging in the saddle, chunks of his armor gone, his green, his purplish skeleton revealed underneath. He looks at you and says,
"Huh? They still have strong knights in your land. Good. I will visit a warrior's death on you, construct."
Anything else from Sentry?
No, I think she'll probably move back a little bit just to get closer to Merilwen and Rust again. But yeah, that'll be my turn.
You see, he's looking at all of you, standing side by side, And again, even in his helmet, cracked and damaged, there's not a face. There's just darkness in these eyes. But you see, he's just sort of like looking back and forth at all of you. He's thinking about something, worn and nearly destroyed here. Miria. While you are there, looking up at the sky, the sounds of cataclysmic battle raging around you. You see something here. You see what looks like 7 golden birds come flying and land around you. And you see a young human dressed in some monastic robes just leans forward looking over you with a kind face. And he says, Miria, it seems you've been engaging in some uncharacteristic heroism as of late. Why?
Not heroism. Soth is a threat. Threat to me, to my ambition. I'm not doing this for the people of Krynn. I'm not doing this for you or your your little churches and your little ceremonies. I'm doing this because I won't be free until he is gone. I just want to leave this place. I just want to create a place of my own.
Well, is death not an exit, Miria?
Not for me. Never for me.
My sister has had her hand on the scale of mortal affairs for far too long. And she is one to make barters with mortals in times of vulnerability, to appeal to them at their lowest moments and extract the heaviest price possible. I'm not her. Because the truth is, Miria, whether you fight for you or for these people standing next to you or for all the humans caught in the crossfire, you are still fighting for Krynn. The struggle to save Krynn will not be settled this day, nor in any score of days, I fear. The servants of the Dragon Queen are legion, but they can fall. They must fall. And I've seen you, all of you. I've watched your actions help spare the folk of Nightland from horror, if only for a time. I've watched you battle bravely against Soth. I watched you withstand his might, a blow that has felled 1,000 warriors, and yet you stood resolute, and I still sense the will to fight in you. I sense heart and courage. I can offer you some small power now, although I wish I could offer more. All you have to do is ask. And you can take some small fragment of the darkness that shrouds Krynn and turn it into light once more. Even you, Wizard of the Black Robes. And he extends a hand to you, the hand that you would have to grasp with the skeletal arm if you do.
No tricks, no bargains, nothing expected.
I only expect you to do what you do. Paladin is not one to take advantage of the downtrodden.
You are different to your sister. And then she'll take his hand.
I take that as a compliment. And you all see, not only does a light erupt around Miria, and 7 golden birds go flying up that you didn't see land, but out in the woods, you see a couple of flashes of light. And you hear a familiar voice say, "Ooh, I'm alive. I'm too old for this now." As you see the crew of the Light Fantastic that were part of Soth's legions have been resurrected and come running towards you. As Soth turns and looks back at them and then looks down at you again and looks up at Miria,
and says, perhaps I must rend your soul from your body to put an end to you, wizard.
And Rust, it is your turn.
Oh, heavens. I guess I'll poke the bad guy with the pointy thing. It's what I do best.
Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah. I don't think I get advantage on this. But I do get a 29.
More than enough.
Which is 11 damage to Soth.
He only had 7 hit points left.
No.
Yes!
Sentry was so close to killing him.
Now, B Dave.
Yes.
As Rust plunges the blade in, Miria is conscious, right?
Correct.
Then I would like to cast as a reaction a 9th level soul cage.
Is there any save? Is there anything Lord Lawrence Soth can do to resist this?
I put this to you, B Dave, because I think like you were very kind to me last time I cast this, because I think it can technically, it says a humanoid soul. And obviously, Lord Soth is dead, but his soul once belonged to a humanoid.
Okay, now
so I throw it to you. If you'd like to roll and like do a save, I'm totally cool with it. But Miria would absolutely be like, this is one way to make sure he can't get her back, at least for now.
Chat. Dear people of Idle Champions. We're at a crossroads. On the one hand, the rule of cool dictates. I mean, come on.
I'm watching the chat right now. Just ask.
But on the other hand, I'm terrible. And, you know, no victory can be quite so thorough and quite so fulfilling. So here we go. 1 in chat.
The chat already wants it to happen. I can tell you this right now. They want it to happen. It's all yes, soul cage.
Excuse me. I'm not done advocating for Lord Soth. 1, if Soth has the roll. 2, for the soul cage. You all decide.
Yeah, I think like a roll is fine. I'm okay with a roll.
I'm seeing 2s. I'm seeing lots of 2s. Yeah, 2s.
Tell me what it looks like as Miria extracts his soul.
So I think that like watching Rust, who just like springs up, and knowing that Soth would underestimate this Catman from another realm. Like he's focused on this wizard, he's focused on Sentry, he's focused on the Paladin. He doesn't expect this like Catman to just pierce him through with this rapier. And Miria is waiting for it. And as like the purple flame begins to erupt, she casts out the soul of Western Khan to go on to wherever it needs to go, and just begins to, with the skeletal hand that Lord Soth himself created through trying to corrupt Miria, she begins to just swirl it and swirl it and swirl it as the flame kind of begins to follow the pattern, and then she sends it into the soul cage hanging at her waist as...
You all see Worston Karn's soul erupt as Soth is heading that way, and you see she reaches out to try and take his arm and misses as they are extracted. And but Miria, you know immediately you won't be able to hold him forever. Yeah, there is a divine claim on his soul.
Yeah,
but at least for now, he is constrained.
So I think that Miria would probably just say something like, especially since his last word were like, I'll have to rend your soul. And she'll just says, not if I rend yours first. And then captures it. And then we'll hold it and then just sort of like clutch her heart and look down to the others and just like nod her head like, thank you. But knowing that there's maybe still a dragon to deal with.
You see as Soth's soul is extracted, and his body slumps over to the ground, and you see the flames go out and the red lights fade as he exhales. The dragon holds its head back and roars and you see the undead from all sides begin charging in towards you. And you see the wings overhead of other death dragons begin to descend. And then you start to hear as flames come erupting out of the forest as a wizard in black robes walks out, shooting flames in all directions and breaking a line through the undead and scattering them, and walks into the clearing as they are being destroyed and just stands there with flames in his hands. He's got dark skin and bright red hair and pushes his hood back and says, "This is a day of glory. I commend you, heroes. Celebrate this victory with me, for you have destroyed the faithless would-be Lord Soth and earned the favor of the Dragon Queen."
Excuse me, sorry, who are you?
He sort of looks and he says, yes, confusing. It is easier to travel like this.
This is
in front of you changes into the largest red dragon you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Many magnitudes larger than the death dragon, and reaches out with one of his claws and just smashes it down into the ground and says, "The fall of Nightland, Solamnia, and Ansalon is inevitable now that you have removed Soth's piece from the board. For that action alone, Takhisis will surely reward you with her great favor. All the heroes of Krynn have sworn fealty to Takhisis, and now they serve her dragon armies, except for those who have paid with their futile lives." And he reaches with his other claw and picks up Soth's body and just crushes it. "As Soth has proved, there is no middle ground when it comes to serving Takhisis. You will bend the knee to the Dragon Queen, or you will die." And he leers with a yellow-toothed grin. He's 60 feet long and his wings are 75 feet wide as he stands there in front of you all, beaten and broken. And I think that's a good place for us to stop. I think that's a good place. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yep. Thanks, Dave.
I popped a Death Knight.
Rust, as you're standing, like, say, "Hey, you see what I told you? It was like in the joint, under the armpit, boom. It works on everyone all the time." Yes. Nine Lives looks at the dragon and says, "I do not know if there is a seam under the armpit on this dragon, but we will think of something. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's maybe you should just run that way, though. It's fine." Yeah. So, thank you all for joining us here for Idle Champions, Fury of the Black Rose. I would just like you all to know, because we are a little early here, we still got some things to resolve, but that was definitely the right place, because a lot of times I tell them things like, there's going to be 2 fights, you're going to get to have a long rest, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all now, so you have a week to marinate on it. You're not going to get a long rest before the next one. So whatever you got is what you got. Yeah, so it's fine. Don't worry about
it. Out of here.
Okay.
Fine. Totally fine.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I got to Soul Cage Lord Soth. I'm like, yeah, baby.
You did indeed. Whatever happens now. So again, just a review. I'm pretty sure I said this all the time, but just in case, the daily votes were Lord Soth kicked things off with a monologue. He brings his greater death dragon. Their tactics are aggressive. Rust finds an unusually large gold piece that is excited and talks way too much. Now, let's see. You know what? I know it went up in chat, but I didn't actually say the Beetle and Grimm giveaway because we were busy being dramatic and Soth was coming and doing dragon stuff. So the giveaway is for the Rogue class set, which I believe someone has here to show.
Rust.
So
Yes.
nice.
So you can enter right now for the Rogue class set. That is US and Canada only, and Quebec is excluded from that. That is running right.
No, it
question.
just got to a close, so we're.
Oh, it did?
bringing
Okay.
it-
Because
yeah.
well, it's funny because here on the winner it just says X, and I was like, is that a placeholder? Or is somebody's
No,
name just
it's-
X? I've been on the
waiting
internet.
for someone's
So-
name to go in there instead of X.
I mean,
Nice.
somebody out there's name is just X, and that person winning the Rogue dice would be dramatically appropriate, I must say.
Well, and they're going to give it to you.
there
as
we
well,
go. We
BD.
have the winner.
They are in fact gonna give it to you. That's gonna work there.
There it is.
The giveaway winners, however, for the WizKids D&D Icons of the Realm, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, Lord Soth on a Greater Death Dragon is Onyx Squared. Congratulations, Onyx Squared there. Again,
Congrats.
everybody who wins, pay attention to your whispers here in Twitch. That's how we're gonna reach out to you. For the Dragonelle collection is, how am I going to read this? Shaka Rage Totem. Shaka Rage Totem wins the Dragonelle collection. I ran that as like Shakara Guy Totem or something,
Yeah.
you know? Use code DragonSlay at dndmini.com for 10% off your next order. Thank you to WizKids. That expires March 31st. Our Beetle and Grimm giveaway winner for the Rogue dice set is Bortog. Bortog, B-O-R-T-A-G-H. Bortog. Special thanks to V and Jake for producing and V for filling in once again as Leanne. Thank you. Thank you to Jay and Jordan for moderating. Still thank you to Gabe. He's not here, but he tried. It's an act of God. If you don't have power, the rest of this stuff kind of falls apart. It's like you sort of take away 5,000 years of civilization once you got the power, really. Thank you to Ellen, Johnny, Mark, and Rhiannon for bringing their characters to Idle Champions Presents.
Thank you, B-Dave.
Thank you,
BD.
Thank you for GMing.
Woo!
Uh,
for all the cool
yes.
voices.
Oh, thank you. You can unlock Miria now in the game during the Festival of Fools event. You can add our spooky girl to your formation there, and maybe even give her like a ghost form, which she very nearly reach right now. Because again, if you hadn't had those 6 hit points, you would have died.
Literally,
Died.
if Ellen hadn't done Hero's Feast, like that would have 100% happened. It's like
It really was some wonderful narrative symmetry there that you were left with 6 hit points, but then Soth was left with 6 hit points because I really did it by the book there. That was not padding in any way. Maybe he'd had a Hero's Feast earlier today. We will see you back at 10 a.m. Pacific next Monday, March 27th for the finale of Fury of the Black Rose. It all comes down to this, whether or not they are going to survive at all, possibly go home. Even I don't know, because that is a chunky dragon and they're all beat up. So in the meantime, catch the rebroadcast at 4 p.m. today. And although we have a few minutes left, let me just we'll do one thing that we haven't done, and then we'll give you all a few minutes back. Since I'm still not over not being able to introduce you all at the beginning, let's just go around and tell everybody real quick where they can find all you beautiful people. We'll go in the order that you are on my screen, starting with V.
Hey everyone, I'm V Muse. You know me as the partner and talent manager here for Codename Entertainment and Idle Champions, but I'm also a pro DM and player as well as professional mini painter, and you can find me as at V_Muse on Twitter and in various other places in some way, shape, or form.
Excellent. Johnny.
Hello, I can be found on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini, as it's written on the screen. I stream a couple of times a week. I have sort of Let's Play series going on. It's all good fun, and of course, I'm the DM for the Oxventure, which is youtube.com/Oxventure.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Excellent. Ellen.
You can also find me at youtube.com/Oxventure. And also day job, I do Outside Extra, where we talk about video games and have a lot of fun doing that with my pal Luke and the lovely Oxbox crew. You might see us at PAX this weekend as well. We're doing an Oxventure live show, I forgot to say. So maybe see you at PAX East.
Excellent. And Rhiannon?
Hello, I'm Rhiannon. You can find me on twitch.tv/HighRollersDND. I play D&D with my friends every Sunday, 5 till 8 p.m. UK time. It's a great time. Come hang out. And I'm also on Twitter at @refrost_ if you just want to see what I get up to in the meantime. Not a lot.
Lots of memes.
Lots of memes and Transformers stuff and Sonic the Hedgehog memes.
And just vibes. Just
And
vibes.
vibes.
Stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like just a white noise machine going on.
Exactly. Sentry and my head. Just vibing.
And last but certainly not least, Mark.
Hello, as we mentioned, you can come and check out me being the GM for High Rollers D&D every Sunday, 5 o'clock UK time, I think 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific, depending on your time zones. That's on Twitch, that's on YouTube, podcast, everything. You can find us everywhere. We are at the end of our big 4-year-long campaign where we're playing like level 19 characters there and stuff as well. 5 years. God, it's been forever. But we got a new campaign starting very soon, hopefully this year. So if you've not caught up and you want to join and jump in and watch High Rollers fresh, new campaign's going to be the perfect way to start that. Other than that, you can find me Sherlock_Hulmes on Twitter, most places, Twitch, all of that place. It's Sherlock Hulmes with an underscore in there somewhere, depending on where you go. But you'll find me.
It has been a very long time because when I ran the very first game I ever ran on Twitch, Theogony of Kairos, I was hyping the start of your campaign at the exact same start at the start of mine.
Yep.
And I'd done a bunch of stuff, and you're at the end. Like, wow, that's been
it's been a long time, man. Yeah.
Long time. I would be remiss if I didn't say Gabe is at Gabe James Games. Follow Gabe because he's incredible. Me, B. Dave Walters. You can find me wherever fine streaming content is located, inflicting all many varieties of emotional torment. And also we have literally I just realized at this exact second I might have double booked myself for some stuff, but we got some charity games coming up with Wave of Rape Crisis Center this weekend next. We've been streaming about that. And then if you're at WonderCon this weekend and you see me, come say what's up, because time is a flat circle and people book me for things months in advance and I'm like,
I know that.
And then that thing gets here and I'm like, ooh, I said yes to both of you, but it was Christmas time and I wasn't thinking, so I gotta go figure some stuff out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give y'all back a whole 3 minutes, so enjoy yourself. We'll see you next week for when it's gonna get super really, really, really real. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.